A singular National Football League team, all 32 teams, all the way up until the playing season. This four downs is about the New Orleans Saints. First down. First down. This is a simple one. What does a Tyler Shuck sophomore season look like? This kid didn't take the reins of the gig until the middle of last season, and maybe everybody thought he would show a spark, and it would be ups and downs, mostly downs, because this kid was not a first rounder. And then lo and behold, he damn near took the Offensive Rookie of the Year award away from Teteroa McMillan. What does year two look like? Now that he's going to be the man from the beginning, all the reps in training camp, all the reps in the offseason, and now coming in and getting all the reps from week one all the way to week whenever. What does it look like? And that is a crucial part of all of these puzzle pieces together, including second down. How much gas is left in Alvin Kamara's tank? Because this guy is now second on the depth chart behind Travis Etienne, or Etienne Jr., the big free agent splash signing of the New Orleans Saints to snag him from the Jacksonville Jaguars and bring him back to the Bayou. How much does Kamara play? Does he somehow, some way have a fountain of youth? He's 31 now. Can he be anything close to the Kamara of old? Because if Etienne is like last year and Kamara is anything like the Kamara of old, I mean, the Saints have got themselves a heck of an offense potentially, which leads to third down. Is how can Jordan Tyson stay healthy? Their first round draft choice, the wide receiver taken after Carnell Tate. A lot of people thought he might be the first wide receiver taken in last year's draft. This kid being brought to New Orleans alongside Chris Olave. And man, I'm telling you too, you look at their depth chart. They also drafted, Oscar Delp from Georgia, Chris, being an SEC household. A lot of people saying he's got Kittle in him. And so put it all together, that leads to fourth down here, which is Kellen Moore year two. Is it more or less? And the more is obviously with just 1-0 because the Saints, thank you. The Saints last year put enough together in the back half of the season that they finished just 2 games out of first. Now, I know the first place team was under 500, but this team is just 2 games off the lead of their division. And if Shuck can step it up and Kamara still has gas left in the tank and the tight end room can be because Noah Fant wound up there too as the second string, a wide tight end that's there. If they could put it all together, could they even win the division? Or do they take steps back and then we got to reassess things? And that's my 4 downs on the New Orleans Saints to wrap up the show from the state of Michigan. Guys, I appreciate the effort today. I appreciate you punching the clock where you are.
Attaboy.
I'll be back there tomorrow. We'll do it all together again. It'll be back together again Tuesday on the Rich Eisen Show. Back from.
You know the feeling, that rush when you reach that goal, make somebody brag a little back home. That's success. And at University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why UMGC offers an accredited skills-based education that helps move your career forward. We'll teach you how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science, plus build your skills in leadership, communication, and critical thinking. Explore more than 100 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. With affordable and online programs, you can unlock new opportunities to help you succeed again. At UMGC, success is yours for the taking and the making, and nothing should keep you from it, especially not an application fee. Apply now and we'll waive your application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
If you need an appliance fast, head to Appliances Superstore in Greenville. They have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, including trusted brands like Speed Queen, so you can skip the wait and take home what you need today. Visit their new convenient location at 301 Plaza Drive and discover incredible savings on top brands. Visit their website, appliancessuperstore.com, and click the in-stock menu to shop the exact appliances they have ready today. Appliances Superstore. If it's in your home tomorrow, it's because it's in our store today. Go Pirates!
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
The days are hot, but the deals are hotter at Russell's in downtown Washington. Rhonda has all summer merchandise 40 to 75% off. Refresh your wardrobe with great savings from casual comfort to the perfect outfit for weddings, vacation, and everything in between. Whether you're dressing to impress or looking to stay cool, Russell's has all the brands, styles, and customer service you deserve. But don't wait. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
For pest control that packs a punch, bam! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
Truck buyers, Jeep lovers, and deal hunters, get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville right now for some of the biggest savings of the year. Drive home a new 2026 Ram 1500 and save up to 25% off on 2026 Ram 1500s. That's up to $23,000 in savings. Get the best riding truck and the best warranty in the business at 10 years and 100,000 miles. It's the Make This the Summer event. Looking for SUV luxury and capability? Get into a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee and save up to $7,000 or lease one for as low as $459 a month. Ready for adventure? The iconic 2026 Jeep Wrangler is available with savings up to $8,000 or lease one for as low as only $409 a month. Hurry to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Greenville Boulevard or shop online today.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Lease offers based on 39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $3,999 due at signing. Tax tags and $899 admin fee not included. See dealer for details.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Kongbe hit, driven back,
ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you in the First Flight Credit Union Studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber. We are on YouTube on this Monday. We'll be here for the next 3 hours, so come hang out as we talk a lot of football. We'll have a full recap from American Conference Media Days. Sounds like I'm outside in the wind. Where's that wind tunnel coming from? We will hear Brian Bailey's interviews with the coaches that are on ECU's schedule coming up in the 2026 season, and we'll go over each of those teams as well. Hear the interviews, we'll break them down with our trusty Phil Steele magazine. So a full American preview coming your way today on Pirate Radio Live, plus conversations with our Monday regulars, Mack McCarthy in Hour 1, Brian Bailey, Hour 2, who conducted those interviews in Tampa just last week. So we got that coming your way here on a Monday. It really sounds like I'm in 50 mile per hour winds outside the Pirate Radio studios, but I'm sitting here in the nice, friendly confines of the First Flight Credit Union studios. Shirley Rhodes is here, J-Bone, Jared Watkins here as well on a Monday, and we'll get to our chat gang in a moment. In fact, we will get to them right now as we welcome everybody in to this Monday show. Jamie is in with a hey now.
Hey now.
And a hearty hey now to you, Jamie. And thank you for the assist. Appreciate you, brother. He's asking about Michael Lombardi at North Carolina. We'll dive into that with Mack McCarthy coming up in hour number 1 of our show. Kenny Curling says only 6 weekends until Alabama, guys.
Excitement time.
Get your beach time in. East Carolina football will be here soon. 40 days away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. And very excited about ECU kicking off another football season. And what an opportunity they open up with to be the story of the college football world when they take on Alabama on ABC. Jerry is in with a hello. Says we are the PRL chat gang. Pike liked the stream. Maybe we're getting our beach time in right now. Jared, can you get a seagull sound effect for me as well? Maybe some beach goers. Pike liked the stream, said he's been watching NC State ECU 2023. ECU NC State 2023. 2022? 2024? I don't know about the 2023. 2022. Okay, there we go. I have a hard time looking at losses, especially excruciating ones that should have been wins. But that one, NC State ranked 13th in the country, had an opportunity to start the year 1-0. Good grit. That season could have gone a whole lot different. If you finish off NC State, make a field goal, if you don't lose the Navy game in double overtime, you are sitting at 5-0 at Tulane in a monster game, and you're ranked at that point. So, hey, look, an opportunity to be ranked right out of the gate this year if they can go to Alabama and pull off a victory. Hunter says, good evening, cowards.
Good evening, cowards.
Good evening to you. Lane said, do we know if the catcher that didn't sign with the Phillies is coming to ECU? So stay tuned, Lane. We will talk about that with Mully coming up on Tuesday, but I saw that story. So this is the thing about when you sign these guys. Is this the Logan Schmidt fellow? Logan Schmidt. No, I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of another player that was drafted by the Guardians in the second round. I am not familiar with the Phillies catcher, Lane. I will have to look into that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. But there was a second rounder, Logan Schmidt, for the Guardians, who they apparently did not do contract negotiations before drafting him. And he is not going to join the Guardians. He is going to either go back to school, where was he, LSU, or perhaps go a JUCO route. So he is kind of betting on himself that maybe he can be a first-round pick next year. Interesting story there. And I will look up your fella too, Lane. Pike said big win coming up in Alabama. J-Bone, how you doing, man?
Doing well. A little bit of allergies, but you know.
We got Clip and Jarrett at the movies coming up.
Yeah.
Later on. I watched a new movie, a 2026 film, Masters of the Universe.
He-Man.
Have you seen this movie?
I've tried to watch it twice, and I got about halfway through, and just I fell asleep both times. So I mean, I'll revisit it at some point.
It took me a couple times to watch it. Actually, I started Saturday night, finished on Sunday. But yeah. Shirley Rhodes is here. Hey, Shirley.
Hello. Oh. Hi.
So Wes has been here all day. He just left.
And he's on his way back. I just called him because I've never heard this noise before.
I'm the idiot.
Whoa.
Man, that was just lackadaisical, man.
Yeah, it was what now?
Lackadaisical.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he's on his way back. So hopefully we'll be able to fix this issue. This is a very new sound for us.
Oh, yeah, never heard it before.
Never heard it before.
I do want to say maybe this is a bad time to bring this up because maybe this is not necessarily a bad thing that I'm about to announce.
Okay.
I like to find the humor in everything. This is,
yes.
But this will impact all of our listeners at Pirate Radio. This is,
it's not a good way to treat your listeners.
I'm just going to say it. This is Shirley's last week.
Yes.
At Pirate Radio.
Yeah.
Not a joke, not a bit. Not a prank. Yeah. I was thinking about it, Shirley. Out of the females in my life, I've had the longest relationship with. Number one, my mother.
Of course.
Number two, my sister.
Your sister.
Number three.
Let's go find your sister.
Shirley Rhodes. Number four, my wife.
Yeah.
Like every day, every weekday. And man, I'm gonna miss you daily. I'm definitely gonna miss you football season.
Yeah.
But it's not goodbye, at least for us. It's see you later.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And like I said, I mean, I've been here 23 years, and it's kind of like a reverse empty nest. Instead of the kids leaving the nest, it's the parent, so to speak, because I'm the old buck around here, and and it's a young bucks game. So and the older I get, the more it kind of, we all know how much effort and time we put into this building, and over time it just kind of took its toll on me, and so now it's time to go and do something else. I'm being called to do some other things, and I've got some other I guess you could say passions that I'd like to pursue. And so I figured this would be a time, 23 years. And of course, in pirate lore, 23 is a good number around here. So I figured that this would be the right time to do it. And look, the foundation is set. So, it's up to you guys to, go and fly.
That's a lot of pressure.
No pressure at all. No pressure.
Spread your wings, Jared.
Yeah,
Watkins.
spread your wings. Go, take this thing to a whole nother level. We laid I helped to lay the groundwork, and you guys, so like I said, the foundation's been built, and now you guys can take it to another level.
Jamie says, love you, Shirley.
Love you too, Jamie.
Kenny says, what the hell?
Kenny, calm down.
Jenny, Jay says, Shirley, you can't be serious.
I am serious, and my name is Shirley.
But yeah, this is the final week, so I wanted to. I don't know. I still haven't accepted it or.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. It's a very bittersweet moment for me.
I feel like next week you'll be here. I'm just refusing to believe it's true, but
well, it's like the old saying goes, denial ain't just a river in Egypt.
All right, so there is that. And also, unfortunately, Jarrett will remain at Pirate Radio. Glad to have you, Jarrett.
Yeah, I'm very worried about how this show is going to go from here on out, now that I got to sit here.
You'll be fine.
I think it'll be good.
You'll be
I
fine.
think it'll be fun. We'll have fun.
Look, I've taught you guys everything I know. You know, I can't, I don't have much more to teach you, really.
We've waxed on, we've waxed off.
Yeah. And you talked about the people that you've known the longest. I mean, I jokingly say all the time, it's the longest relationship I've ever had is this place. But I'm extremely proud of as far as where we started. I mean, this was just an empty building that was kind of falling apart when we got here in 2003, and we've turned this little idea into something pretty big. So I'm very proud of what we built here, and it's going to continue. It's just, for me, I think, it's just time to go and pursue some other passions that I've always wanted to do, but I just never had the time to do it because, football season does take up a lot of time. So I'm going to try something new.
Jamie, with his best timber, Pernetti says, go and soar.
Yes, go and soar. That's right.
You need to say, go and soar. Oh.
Hunter and Jay says, we're going to miss you.
Well, I'm going to miss everybody. I mean, the chat gang. I mean, it's a very, very bittersweet moment for me. But we'll be fine. You guys will be fine. You don't. You guys don't need me.
The more you say that, the more it sounds like we're not going to be fine.
No. I tell you guys all the time. I'm like, you guys can. Yeah, you guys will be fine without me. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Hunter says, who's going to keep the hooligans in line? I don't know, man.
That's a good question.
That I do not know.
Jarrett can do that. He can keep some folks in line.
He's an old soul. He'll have to be the old man around here now.
Yeah, I was going to say, just pull a grumpy man and you'll be fine. Hang up on people like I do on fifth quarter.
The grump. All right. Coming up on the show this week, I've got a day for Mike Schwartz.
All right.
I don't quite have a time. But,
great respect.
Ton of respect.
Just ton of respect
to Mike Schwartz. I believe Wednesday is the day, I'm told, that we will talk to Mike Schwartz and get a full off-season recap, talk about the new faces, maybe some schedule stuff. I guess Ken Watlington, and I don't know how much is ECU's schedule. I haven't even looked.
I know the opener, I forgot the team, that was announced a while back, and then UNCW on the 7th, November 7th.
Yeah, so an early season weekend game.
Yeah,
Saturday.
I know we open up on November 3rd.
And excited to have Wilmington on a Saturday night in Minges. Hopefully that can be one that is highly attended.
Have
I thought we were a tougher team.
Have they announced any preseason tournaments or anything like that yet? I haven't seen anything. I just didn't know if you guys had seen something.
No. Hopefully coming up Wednesday.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
We'll get that announcement. Kenny says, can we cuss on the call-in show now?
No.
Still can't do that.
No, still can't do that.
I apologize, but no cursing. Jerry says, we'll miss you, Shirley. You are a bright light to Pirate Radio.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We'll never forget the tour you gave me and my daughter recently.
Oh, yeah. He came by to pick up a prize that he won, and I gave him the little 5-cent tour around here.
Tour.
Yeah.
Also, Anna Sawyer going to join us later this week. Former
Queen of
Conley,
Greenville?
the Queen of Greenville does it again. Former Conley and East Carolina softball player, now a volleyball coach at Parrott Academy.
How about that?
So we'll talk to her. Also, more on the World Series, Little League Softball World Series coming up in Greenville. We'll talk to Rachel from Greenville about that, as they will be having a opening ceremony coming up August the 1st, 6 to 8 at Stallings Stadium at Elm Street Park. So that's coming up August the 1st. That'll be this Saturday. We'll let you know about that and talk about all the cool stuff going on with the Softball World Series, Little League Softball World Series. Big news Lane, boy, that's a topic we can discuss throughout the week. Who has the best fifth quarter call-in ever? Zier.
Maybe the 7 damn gaps guy. Because that was probably one of the most epic rants I've ever heard in my life.
We got to find that guy. Who's my buddy? Justin. Justin, who had
Justin in New Bern.
New Bern.
Yes.
Those calls. I mean, a lot of people tune in to hear Kyle and LaGrange meltdown or Captain Bill back in the day. It kind of depends on how, do you
look a little salty, Daddy.
You like positive calls, negative calls? Nicholas in Farmville is a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yes.
We don't. I bet he's got a deep voice now. He's like a grown man.
He's grown now.
But that is debatable, Lane. If you guys have any answers to that, your best fifth quarter call in, let us know.
I loved his name just escaped me, but he always calls in. But he was the one that came up with the Dave Moron Doron. And you know exactly who I'm talking about, and his name Johnny. Thank you,
Johnny D.
Johnny D. Just my brain went blank for a second, but yeah. Anytime he calls in is always fun.
Well, come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Big news in the sports world. We'll talk about it with Coach Mack.
The Tar Heels.
More hilarity in Chapel Hill. The general manager of the North Carolina football team, Michael Lombardi.
You suck.
Has been placed on administrative leave by the university.
Could have saw that coming a mile away. This guy never accomplished anything in his career whatsoever. He sucked since before I was born.
Well, according to ESPN, it's derived from an HR complaint by someone within, I think, the UNC, either the coaches administration or the administration in general.
They're also being investigated for their NIL use.
Ooh.
Now,
okay.
Are you familiar with Al Davis's quote on Mike Lombardi?
Yeah, I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Mike Lombardi has been fired from every job he's ever had. Every job. He can't get a job. Last year he was fired from a job. He was working for nothing. He was fired from Denver. But he does have ability. He does have some ability.
He told Charles Woodson he was washed. And then he went to the Packers and dominated.
So was he with the Raiders?
Yeah.
So Al Davis hired him. That's stupid. I hate when they hire a guy, pay him a bunch of money, then say he sucks. Who looks really stupid in that regard? Al Davis.
Well, Al Davis, good Christian man, believes in second chances. So,
but he's dead now.
Was a good Christian. Believed.
Well, not just that, but how long has he been skating on that last name in the NFL too?
Well, I don't think he's related to the
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh, okay. See, I assumed he did.
That was one of the craziest things to me because it is not a common last name, and they're both big in the football world.
He does have an idiot son, Mick Lombardi, who was the offensive coordinator when Josh McDaniels was the head coach. This family is just riddled with idiots.
And apparently so is the Davis family because y'all keep hiring them. Is that true or false?
Good Christian men who believe in second chances.
Idiots over there in Oakland, Vegas, Los Angeles. Lombardi joined Belichick, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no details have come out yet. Like Shirley said, the school's decision stems from a human resources complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee, pending investigation. We'll talk to Mack about it. In fact, let's take a break. Also, man, we have another nominee for best fifth quarter call. It's local politics, bud. That was good. Hunter says that was the guy who called in to say Holton Ahlers was the starting quarterback because his dad was the PA announcer. Had nothing to do with how bad Mason Garcia was at football. Just all about Holton's dad and his position. Some crazy news. Awful news. Eric Bieniemy's wife allegedly shot by the couple's son, her son, Mia Bieniemy, hospitalized, stable condition Monday. Treated for serious injuries, shot allegedly by her son Elijah Bieniemy. So I'll have more on that story as more unfolds. All right, Mack McCarthy joins us. We'll talk a lot of college football. We'll talk some NASCAR. We'll talk more as we roll on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live after this.
there's barbecue. And then there's Social Q Smokehouse, where smoked meat junkies and meat freaks get their fix. In Morehead City, we're taking the art of wood-fired smoke to a whole new level. Texas-style brisket with a perfect bark, tender pulled pork, and savory sides made from scratch daily. No shortcuts, no compromise. Need food fast? Try our easy grab-and-go dinners or order our premium smoked proteins and sides in bulk. Visit the porch at Social Q Smokehouse in Morehead City Thursday through Monday or order online at order.socialqsmokehouse.com.
Happy 250th birthday, America! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Let's celebrate freedom and heritage with a little less noise. During IWI's Silent Summer Rebate, purchase a qualifying Tavor 7, Zion 25, Galil Ace Gen 2, or Zion 15 SPR and receive a free Caliber matching suppressor. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber. We'll guide you through every step of the suppressor application process in-house. All NFA rules apply. Let freedom ring a little quieter. Visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Summer's here. You're at the beach, halfway up a mountain, finally relaxing, miles from home.
And then your phone buzzes. Not panic, just a quick check-in. Because with SCI, you already know what's going on.
Real-time alerts, 24/7 monitoring, full control of your home or business, right from your smartphone.
So while you're making memories, you're never wondering what's happening back home.
SCI Security, because you don't get security system for the days nothing happens. You get the system for the moment something does.
Travel smart, travel secure, and protect what matters.
Call today and get protected before your next trip.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand-stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see, for a car or a truck or an SUV. Best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get yours.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. All right, I got to get used to this stuff. Got a new headset, new mic. But thank you, Shirley, for assisting there. Jared Watkins here.
Yep.
Shirley Rhodes here. Chat gang here. Everybody's here on a Monday, final Monday in July. Next month, there will be football, and Mack McCarthy joins us to talk about it on the Turner Home Team Live line. Coach Mack, how you doing?
I am good. Hope y'all are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. Mack, let's start with North Carolina. They're a fun punching bag to take a few shots at, and the hits keep coming.
The Tar Heels.
This time in the form of Mike Lombardi, the GM of North Carolina, who has now been placed on leave, and I read he was the highest paid GM in college football. I don't have the numbers in front of me, don't know if that's true, but Mack placed on leave. This decision stems from a human resources complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee. There is a pending investigation into the matter, according to the source that told this to ESPN's Pete Thamel. Mack, your thoughts on the latest of the just hilariousness that is UNC football?
Yeah, they're always in the news and always for the wrong reasons since the whole Belichick thing came through. And, this is one of the things that happens when non-experts get involved in decisions like this, who to fire. And, you can't tell me that, if Mack Brown was there, he wouldn't be winning 8, 9, 10 games and recruited at a high level. And maybe he was getting a little long in the tooth, but surely that everybody has to be kind of embarrassed that was involved with this decision. And again, every time they're in the news, it's for the wrong reasons, not the right reasons. And I don't think anybody signed up for this. And back on the Mack Brown thing, can you imagine if they gave him the resources that they turned around and gave Belichick? It really is mind-boggling.
So Mack goes in his second tenure at North Carolina, 7 wins, 8 wins, 6 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins, 6 wins. So had them, at least a 500 record. You want to be better than that, obviously. I was going to ask, do you at least, I know it's a disaster. I realize that, but do you give North Carolina any credit at all for taking a big swing like this? And it sounds like Mack's going to say no, because he said Mack Brown would still be winning 7, 8 games. How about you, Jared?
Well, my thing, I was very pro firing Mack Brown to get younger. And then you go and hire somebody older.
Yeah.
And I get Bill Belichick, it's a big name, but this is college football. Go get a guy that has coached college football. Go get John Summerall. He was the finalist with Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Tulane. Mack, any credit at all for North Carolina going outside the box here, or is it just you've seen enough?
No, I think you can give them credit for taking a swing at it, but it was just a poor decision. Taking a shot, that's fine, but again, you had a guy that like you mentioned his records. He never had a losing record. He won national championship at Texas. He was the winningest all-time coach, probably at Carolina and Texas. If he stayed there long enough, I'm not sure about Darrell Royal or some of the other people at Texas. But again, if you've got a quality person, and nobody says that Mack Brown is not a quality person, and Jared, you could very well be right in that. Maybe it had passed him by and that kind of thing. But can you imagine somebody that's a quality person, a proven coach, with all the resources that they turned around and gave the new guy? And this happens too many times in basketball and football, probably other sports too, But when they turn around and give a new guy the resources, which is why the previous guy didn't do as well as he should have, that doesn't make much sense. Now, again, but to your question though, taking a swing at it, yeah, that you give them credit for that. That was the last positive highlight they had out of this tenure.
North Carolina is USA men's soccer. My entire life, it's been a sleeping giant, Mac, that has stayed asleep.
Well,
I've heard my whole life how it's here it comes. Watch out.
That's a really bad analogy for UNC football then, because I don't know about the USA soccer team.
And you don't know much about these Tar Heels either, other than they will probably struggle once again coming up in 2026. And I guess the plan apparently is to leave the reins to his son, right? But who the hell's going to want him to stick around if they have another disaster?
And then another complication is the GM's son is also, I think, the quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Man.
Just add another wrinkle.
Yeah. Hey, NC State fans, be careful. If you want Dave Doran out, it could be worse. It could be this right now. It could be Belichick Lombardi leading your program. All right. Moving on from that, Mac. I've heard a lot. I've heard that these two things are going to happen. Which one is going to happen first? Because, well, I guess in one scenario, both could happen. Well, I guess in either scenario. Well, what happens first, Mac? An SEC Big Ten split from the union, from the NCAA, or a 2014 college football playoff? What do you think happens first?
None.
Neither one, huh? If you have to pick one or the other, I think the 2014 playoff, because if the Big Ten and the SEC go together, that's going to cause so many lawsuits. It's unbelievable. Collusion, conspiracies, non-competes. I mean, there's going to be so much, and I don't know what the words are for everything, but I just don't ever see that happening. I know people talk about it. It sounds like a possibility, but I really don't think that can happen. The 2014 playoff, we've already seen basketball expand again and again. Football has already gone from 2 to 4 to 12. I think, one thing that the SEC folks talked about a lot in their spring meetings was the fact that they went to the 9-game schedule because they thought the playoff was going to expand. Now, in their limited view, they wanted it to go to 16 because they thought that they were right, and they think they're always right. But given the choices, I would think they would be okay with 24. It just means that they might get they might get 10 of the 24.
Yeah, because I had heard, that it's going to expand, and I guess is everybody's on board with this, Mac? Are there any detractors from an expanded football playoff as far as like conferences go?
Not as far as conferences go.
Yeah.
There's some individuals that want to go back to the BCS or thought forward.
Well, go ahead and say Mac McCarthy is one of those individuals.
Oh, sure. Yeah, occasionally I get an oddball out there that'll agree with me, but I think the expansion is inevitable. It's just a matter of when and how many.
Right. And hey, look, I'll be selfish and say as long as it includes a non-power conference team getting in, then count me in for the expansion.
Yeah, that's going to get it. That's going to get to be a contentious point going forward, I'm sure. They throw that bone out there and say we're being inclusive when that's barely the case. But I'm sure that's going to be debated.
You got that didn't sound good, Mac. You make it sound like that.
You also have to though. On that same note, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the conference call they had Sunday about the bill that they're considering in Congress included not only the Power 4 conferences, but the Pac-12 and the American.
Hey, all right.
So we've done all of this just to get back to P6.
Yeah, baby. We're in.
Fly the flags, man.
Jarrett and Chat Gang, what is your perfect number for a college football playoff? What do you say, Jarrett?
4.
Yeah.
We've gone too far.
But how about your perfect number to include an American champion?
12.
You keep it at 12?
Yeah, keep it at 12. I mean, you're going to get first round blowouts no matter what the sport is, pro, college. I mean, we see it NFL, those 2-7 matchups always end up in a blowout. But it's just too much. And now we're talking about moving the season forward. I don't know. I mean, we're going to be playing into February at this point.
Well, who cares? I don't like that argument. Like, more football. Damn.
Yeah, but then, I mean, it messes everything else up because it has to go, revolve around academics.
Oh, wait a minute. When did you start caring about that?
Once I stopped having to care about academics, it's like, well,
these
kids need to be in class, as I was just drinking at 11 in the morning, skipping mine.
Damn kids.
Hey, listen, I was listening to something talking about going to class, and I want to come back to that number that you all were talking about. But talking about going to class and all that, and of course you've heard all the people talk about, well, this guy does, they take online classes or whatever, this and that. Arch Manning was talking about a team bonding thing that they did in the last couple of weeks at Texas, and one of them was a scavenger hunt. And they divided the team up into teams and gave them this thing, and it took place on campus. And whoever got the most or got back quickest with all the different things or whatever it was the winner, and they got a steak dinner or whatever. And he said, to be honest, our team didn't have anybody that had taken in-person classes, so we had to get 2 walk-ons to help us win the thing. And I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, well, walk-ons are still valuable for that reason, Mac. Those you used to have some GPA guys at the end of the bench, right?
Yeah. My old boss, Sonny Smith, called them DHs. After a big win, he needed a designated hugger.
There we go.
Honky check.
Jerry, come on, man. That ain't right. Actually, it is right. So, Mac, if I offered you a 14 playoff or just a national championship game with 2 teams, you would take the championship game? Just 2 teams go, and that's it.
No, I think I've gotten used to what we're doing. I think the very best way would be to just have a national championship game, but I would be okay with 4.
Okay. All right. Hey, I like a little compromise there. That's nice.
Yeah.
Hunter says 12 is fine. I just want a chance to be in. The Power 4 teams have multiple spots to get in. And look, I get this, man. Like, if I was doing Crimson Tide radio, I wouldn't care about Boise State and Tulane and East Carolina. But I'm doing Pirate radio. I want them to be in. And I feel like Cinderella is more of a basketball thing or a baseball thing than a football thing. Is that fair to say, Mac? You can find more upsets, generally speaking, in basketball and baseball than you would on the football field.
Yeah, and it's sheer numbers. 1, 2, or 3 good players can make all the difference in the world. But you all take where you're located hat off. Take the Pirate hat off and tell me. And I'm not. And I'm not advocating this. I'm presenting the argument that people will present. And Jared, you brought up the fact that there are blowouts in the first round. Yes, there are. No matter whether they're the group of 5 or 6 or whatever, or it was 2 Power 4 teams. There have been blowouts in the early rounds. But that aside, has there been a team from the group of 6 or group of 5, when that was the case, that you think could win a national championship in a 12 or bigger team playoff? Has there ever been one?
No, not off the top of my head.
That Kellen Moore Boise team.
Yeah, I mean, they won a game and maybe could have won another, but I didn't see them as a national champion. But, that there's just, you could say that, about a lot of teams that make the playoff. Does this Ole Miss team look like it can win the national championship?
I'd say, yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I don't care. I still want to get into the tournament.
I understand that. That's why I had you take your hat off for a second.
Yeah. Well, I said, look, I agreed that if I was representing a big time SEC Big Ten school, I would have no care at all for the other, the other folks in the world. I care about.
Yeah. Yeah. And college football fans almost tend to always look at it from the perspective of whoever they're a fan of. And I assume there are college football fans out there who don't have an allegiance, but I'm not sure I know of any, to be honest.
Man, I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. And honestly, I'm honestly kind of shocked that the format is what it is now, Mac. Why is Tulane allowed in James Madison?
Well, it was clearly, like you said, it was a compromise at that point in time to, they're not getting the money, but okay, we're gonna give you one share here.
Yeah, I just hope that continues. I really do. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll talk a little NASCAR. I want to ask Mac about LeBron and his legacy as he chooses a new path, a new destination, the Philadelphia 76ers. And we've got what do you call him, a part-time racer with 2 wins?
Yeah.
Not even a full-time?
He'll be full-time next year with 2311.
Full-time, part-time NASCAR guy winning these races, and won one yesterday. We'll talk about that and more with Coach Mack McCarthy, back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Monday after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
Ball's out, picked up by the Vikings. Joseph, can he win this long foot race? Linval Joseph, no flags, touchdown Minnesota.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th.
He just put Sayamalo on his back. What a play by Linval Joseph.
Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Larry's Steakhouse.
The crack of the bat. The crowd roars. Baseball is back in Kinston's historic Granger Stadium. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
The Bird Dogs return to action Tuesday night in Kinston against the Tri-City Valley Cats. And it's another $2 Tuesday with $2 tickets and $2 concessions. We'll see you Tuesday night in Kinston.
We got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
This is Coach Ruffin McNeil, and when you tune into Pirate Radio, I can't guarantee what's going to happen, so listen at your own risk, please.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Flip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Got a big American preview coming your way today, as we'll hear Brian Bailey chat with coaches from the American from last week's American Conference Football Media Days, and we'll go over each team and talk about where they sit in the American for 2026. Tim Pernetti last week, as we welcome back on Mack McCarthy to the Turner Home Team Live line. I'll paraphrase a little bit, Coach Mack, but Tim Pernetti said a good American Conference is good for college football. Why? Because we compete against the teams at the highest level, and also basically they take all our coaches and players. So like there's a partnership there. Now, I don't really love that part of the partnership, but that was Tim Pernetti's statement at American Media Day that, hey, we're all in this together, so let's stick together. That to me was like a, hey, let's nobody break off. Let's keep us in the playoff. Let's all be kumbaya here.
Yeah, Pernetti is an impressive guy to me in a lot of ways, and he's dealt a tough hand and has handled it for the most part, I think, pretty well. You all would know better than I do on a daily basis, keeping up with what he does with the league. But the league has been resilient. Despite losses, significant losses, they still have kind of maintained their position as probably the best group of sticks in the league. And of course, that gets challenged on occasion. The Sun Belt has been very good some, and the Mack sometimes jumps up there, and of course the new Pac-12 configuration, could be a factor and that kind of thing. But it seems like people still keep stepping up, and East Carolina's been hanging in there, and Memphis is always talked about with expansion and that kind of thing. I think one of the interesting teams in the league this year. I'm very interested to see what South Florida does for two reasons. Hartline had such success. Now, he was at Ohio State, hard not to have success there, but his recruiting notoriety and acumen, and then the fact that he coached the best wide receivers, it seemed like every year, best wide receiver room in the country, it seemed like every single season. But also, I think the big thing is them finally moving on campus. I think that makes that a really different job than the commuter school downtown stadium that it was.
I like Brian Hartline. I made the was Mack on when I said, who would you rather have as the coach, Alex Golish or Brian Hartline? Nobody wanted to really buy into nobody really wanted to have that conversation with me, but just Hartline with his NFL ties and his Ohio State ties, I think he'll move up pretty quickly in the coaching world. I would suspect. All right, Matt, a couple other topics to hit. As an old school guy, I'm not going to call you an old guy. I'm going to just say old school. That sounds better. What is your take on the LeBron legacy? Certainly the best player of our era. Some people say he's the greatest of all time. It's difficult to rank players from different eras, but if you want to have them top 1 or 2 or 5, whatever. But the switching of teams and the decisions and all that, certainly a different legacy than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. So how do you look at LeBron? And, you know, he's now looking to win a title for the 4th different team where he is either the top option or one of the top options, which, you know, has never been done before in basketball. So how do you look at LeBron James?
You know, I was a little surprised. I thought, the Knicks or Miami or Golden State or something. But the more I think about it, the more I kind of like this from a LeBron perspective, because if he goes there and puts them over the top and they do win a title, I think it does enhance his legacy, which is already one of the top, whatever you want to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in history. And, you made the most profound statement in that it is hard to compare eras. I mean, you got Bill Russell winning 10 of 11 or whatever, or 8 straight or whatever he did. But that was back when players couldn't change teams and there were only 16 teams or 12 teams or whatever the heck it was back in the day. It's impossible to compare, that era and the Magic and Bird era and the Jordan era and all the way up till today. So it is hard to compare those things. But I think if he can go there and help that team get to where they can win the NBA championship, I think that would enhance his argument that he could be the GOAT.
I think it'd be hilarious if Philly won and they built a LeBron statue, and the statues that Philadelphia has are not Embiid or, what? Maybe there's a Dr. J, I'm not sure. But no Allen Iverson, no Donovan McNabb, no Andy Reid. It's Doug Peterson,
Nick Foles,
and LeBron James.
And Sylvester Stallone.
Those are your Philly idols right there. Out of all the great stars in Philly, those are your stars. Those are your idols. What do you think, Jared?
I mean, I don't think he's going to be a top option, like scoring option on this team. I mean, I think he'll get his, I think he'll post up. He'll be at the 4 and just get stuff like that. He'll be great in transition because now he plays with 2 guys in Maxey, Edgecombe, 3 guys, Jaylen Brown as well, who excel in transition, and he doesn't have to be the, bring it up the court and calm everybody down and run the point. He can just kind of facilitate and be just an option.
And a leader. It feels like sometimes Philly needs a leader. I mean, is Embiid that guy that's a leader? I mean,
the thing with Embiid and LeBron, I don't think they're going to play more than half the games this season.
Right.
LeBron's not even going to live in Philly. He's living in New York.
Do you think he'll go to the games?
I think he might just call in.
All right, let's talk NASCAR. We got a couple minutes left. What's the record for most wins by a non-full-time NASCAR driver? I mean, I'm sure it's more than 2, Mac, but what is it?
Yeah, it's more than 2 because David Pearson did it often. He almost never drove a full season for anybody, and he often won, multiple races in a season. So yeah, that record is not in danger. But Corey Heim this guy is a guy. I mean, there's a reason Toyota spent a ton of money on him and put him in the car the way they did. I mean, he won the truck championship. He's been good in everything. He sat in. They're creating a space and and coughing up the money to get 23-11 to put him on the full-time roster, taking Riley Herbst's place, although they'd love to find room for a fourth team, although they just don't have the sponsorship. But yeah, it is amazing. But I'll tell you what now, what he did yesterday was awesome. I mean, if he hiccups one time, he finishes third or fourth, and he drove a perfect race for 30 plus laps. It was amazing. And I know there wasn't a lot of passing, so the people that like passing or wrecks weren't too happy with yesterday's race, but I thought it was white knuckle, sweaty palm. I love the heck out of it. Now, that being said, I want to have a hot take today because the Brickyard is not a crown jewel. I don't want to hear anything about that being one of the 4 crown jewels for NASCAR. It is not a crown jewel race for NASCAR, period.
Bang. All right. Real quick, Jarrett. Well, first of all, why did you say earlier today Christopher Bell is a punk?
I don't know. I just feel like he has the best car almost every week, and he just doesn't capitalize on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like he's in positions to win. And like Mack said, Corey Heim ran a great race yesterday, one hiccup, and he's third or fourth. But by God, you're Christopher Bell, man. Like, you have the talent, you have the car to make these moves and win races, and you haven't won in, around a year.
All right. There's the take from J-Bone. I was following it via social media, and every time one of the NASCAR writers would say, here comes Bell, here comes Logano, all of the replies would be, nobody can pass on this track. Stop trying to make this dramatic.
Carson Hocevar passed.
Well,
clean.
Just say it. But that was the I guess thought of the angry NASCAR fan. But Mack said he enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a great race, and Corey Heim's going to be a problem for years to come.
All right.
Hocevar managed to, without wrecking anybody, still show his backside.
Oh, God.
Driving down toward pit road and flipping the bird off because a guy stayed in front of him. Grow the hell up.
He's 23, Mack. Come on.
Yeah, and he acts like he's 23.
Yeah.
All right, Maxter. Enjoyed it, man. We will be in football month when we talk to you next week. How about that?
I am ready.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Enjoyed it.
Thanks, guys.
40 days away on the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff, which means we're 39.
Saturday was 42.
But last Monday was 47 with Rajah.
Then you have 40. Hey.
Which means we're 33 days away from week 0. Holy crap. That's crazy. We'll take a break, come back, hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, talk to Brian Bailey, and big American Conference preview on tap as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Close your eyes and picture this: sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
You want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulp of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita. Mexican imports are only $3.49 on Wednesdays, and it's half-price margaritas on Thursdays. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Michael Lombardi replaced on administrative leave. According to Google, administrative leave is a temporary, usually paid absence from work used by employers to handle internal investigations, workplace emergencies. It is not a disciplinary punishment, does not mean an employee is guilty of wrongdoing. Workers usually keep their normal pay and benefits while away from the job. So I think what I'm saying is I would like to be placed on administrative leave, if that's possible. Wonder what I can do to be placed on administrative leave here. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Brian Bailey going to join us here in just a moment, and we will talk more football as we are 40 days away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff. We now go out to the Turner Home Team live line. BB, Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. More what in the world's going on at Chapel Hill has come across the news desk.
I saw that early this morning. That's the way the day started. So that was that was pretty. There's always something going on to our west, isn't there?
And nothing good in the football program.
Yeah, that's been a disaster so far. Unless they turn things around, it's tough.
Still not looking like it's trending in a positive direction. Bailey, welcome back from Florida. Now you got back on Friday, and we're going to air your interviews coming up the remainder of today's show and talk about the teams. But first of all, just the event as a whole. What did you think of the 2026 American Conference Football Media Days?
I thought it was very well done. I thought it was very well organized. It just seemed that I don't know if it was the Americans' fault or it was Charlotte's fault, but last year in Charlotte, it was just, the way that the Charlotte Convention Center is set up and the Mary Kay Convention was going on, and there were people everywhere. But this event in St. Petersburg, I mean, it was really, you walked in, you got your room assignment, you walked to the elevators. If you went around the elevators, you went right to the American, displays, and there was a room for each and everything, and it was easy. It was well thought out. It was, I don't know. I just thought it was very well organized, and Thursday was more for the teams and do their videos and still pictures and stuff to promote the league, and then Friday, each coach got to talk to all the media, and then they had breakout rooms. This is where I hung out most of the day, and trying to get one-on-ones with most of the coaches. And I thought it was very well. The only complaint I had was you had writers who, I swear, I think they were writing novels. when you have a situation like that, you have to use common sense. You only get 3 or 4 minutes with each coach because you got other people that want to talk to these people. But they were young writers, and Granddaddy Bailey almost had a talk with a couple of them.
Oh, boy.
He decided not to. He did say, get off my lawn twice. But other than that, he stayed.
Save that for ECU Football Media Day. You can go after some whippersnappers like Jared Watkins. Bailey, I guess, you want to have a draw. You want to separate yourselves from the other leagues, which when you're the American is hard to do. But Tim Pernetti rolls out John Gruden, and I saw, John Gruden tweeted 4 days ago, spending the day with the American Conference at American Kickoff. I have yet to see any of the interviews come out, so I guess that'll come at a later time. I would assume sooner rather than later, but we'll see how that goes when all that is unveiled. And I guess it's a Barstool thing because Jared said he saw another Barstool guy in a picture or a video or something.
Yeah, it was the video Bailey sent me where Blake Harrell's meeting John Gruden.
Yeah, so maybe that goes out. I don't know if it's through Gruden or through Barstool, but we'll see when that comes out. I talked to you Thursday. You said you hadn't. I don't think you got a chance to talk to him yet. Did you ever talk to Chucky?
No, I never. I did introduce myself and very, very briefly, but they had the teams lined up, one after another. So as soon as one team got up, the next team came over, and so he was pretty busy with that. I was hoping that he was going to stick around a little bit for Friday, but he wasn't around on Friday at all. But I thought it was, just in talking to the guys and talking to Coach Harrell afterwards. I mean, they really got a kick out of talking to John Gruden. And Gruden was, he's got so much energy, and he was fired up. And I really thought those interviews were going to be a part of the Americans' coverage on Friday. So I guess it wasn't. So I'm not sure when they run either. But it was fun to watch them, do what they were doing. And Brock got up there, and he had to draw a play up on the whiteboard and kind of act it out a little bit. He had a good time with that. So it was fun.
Good deal. Bailey, we'll run your interviews throughout the remainder of the show. Can you give us a favorite coach that you talked to? Who did you enjoy your time with the most?
I think the Rice coach, Scott Abel, from Davidson, and he had a lot of good things to say. All the coaches had a lot of good things to say about Coach Harrell and about East Carolina. And that's one of the reasons, you want to go, because you can get interviews with coaches talking generically about their team and their season. But to get something more, regionalized and localized, that we wanted, and that, I'm sure Pirate Radio wanted, you pretty much have to go there. I thought Scott Abel was good. Tim Alvin cracked me up because you can ask Jared. We had to cut his first part because he got so confused with my question because he said, I had no idea you were asking about East Carolina, but I kind of prefaced it by saying, Coach, I'm from Greenville. You guys don't play for a long time, but I'm going to focus it a little bit on Greenville and your team. Okay. And I asked about East Carolina, and they got all flustered, and so we had to cut that part out.
Jared, you still feeling good about your Tim Albin's going to rule the world take?
Look, I blame this all on the Charlotte 49er program and their university. He was very good at Ohio, and based off his track record, I still stand by that he is a good coach. It just may not be at Charlotte.
And as far as that moment, do you blame the reporter, Brian Bailey, instead of Tim Albin?
No, I mean, there's a lot of things going on at an event like that.
Okay.
It's easy for somebody to get flustered.
Jared's a big Tim Albin guy, so he's going to defend him at every turn, Bailey. But no, the Able connections to ECU was pretty interesting. Bailey, did you come across say maybe? And again, it's just 4-minute interviews or whatever, but did you say, hey, maybe this team's got something I didn't think, or this coach is a little more than I previously thought? Did your mind change about any team while you were there?
No, I think pretty much what I thought, I was getting with most of the coaches and their teams is pretty much what I got. I'll be anxious to see at Memphis what happens over there. I was impressed with the Florida Atlantic coach. He was, a young guy, fired up. Hartline at USF. He's got the whitest teeth I've ever seen out of any human being, but he was fired up and ready to go. I really like Coach Newberry at Navy.
Yeah.
And I think I said this to you on Friday or Thursday one time when I talked to you, but that Army-Navy rivalry is real. I'm telling you, man, those guys are always, they're always thinking about that thing. And I mean, most of the coaches would say, go 49ers, go Pirates. Those guys beat Army, beat Navy.
Right.
I mean, and there are other little side things that they'll say, that just, I won't share all of it, but it cracked me up. They were both funny.
Man, excited to get back to it, and excited to cover some Pirate practice coming up very, very soon. And I'll be covering some high school practice this week, Bailey, as I know the high schools will be getting underway in a couple of days, right?
Yeah, John Paul II actually goes. We thought they were going to go today, but they go tomorrow. And then the public schools go Wednesday. And we're still trying to get our schedule together and try to get as many schools as we can to, get them on the air on Wednesday and kind of kick off the football season. So it's an exciting time. And then they have the conference meetings coming up. The Big Carolina moved there. They was supposed to go Monday, and now they're moving theirs to Friday at 11:30. Best thing about that, most of those meetings are at Parker's Barbecue, so you get a little Parker's, and that's never a bad thing. But just the fact that high school football, in fact, we'll be in Craven County tomorrow. They have their annual kickoff the day before practice starts, so they've got New Bern, Havelock, West Craven, Jones Senior getting together the night before high school football practice starts. But it's an exciting time.
From what you know today, Bailey, and you'll get to know a little bit more on Friday, but are you willing to tell us who will be your top 1, 2, or 3 in the Big Carolina? Is there a team to beat going into the year anyway?
From what I've heard from some of the coaches, that they really think South Central could have a really good year.
Wow.
And then, every year it seems like Rose is picked right up there. And I think you always have to look at New Bern. I think Conley's so well coached that if they have a down year talent-wise, Nate Connor can get them, in the mix with just the way they coach them up over there.
Yeah, I don't know if high schools have rebuilding years, but I heard it could be one just because Conley lost a lot last year.
They did.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think that he does such a good job, and he's never, I think he's one of those guys that likes the role of underdog, Let's go to J.H. Rose as a 3-touchdown underdog and see what happens. And usually he has pretty some success. So I would look at those teams. I think Jacksonville's always going to be in the mix. But it's just a really good I miss Havelock in that conference because Havelock always brought something to the table. But it's still a very, very good football conference.
I'll go get off my lawn a little bit. Bailey, Jared, what did y'all think of the Nickel City Buffalo Bills jerseys they unveiled?
I think they look awful.
Yeah, I don't think that gray just looks good on a uniform.
And what the hell's the helmet?
It looks like
looks like a child made it.
They had an error making the helmet or logo. Something got cut off or something. Yeah. It's a little weird. Bailey, have you seen it?
No, I hadn't. I'm trying to get it up right now to see.
Yeah, it's
Buffalo Bills.
Gray tops, gray bottoms. I mean, I like the blue helmet and face mask within the. I don't know what the logo is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a.
Well, like that line that comes off the bill in their normal logo is supposed to be that.
Oh, just the line.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that like an eyeball? But it doesn't look like that. Yeah.
That's something out of the Canadian Football League, isn't it?
It does look like Winnipeg Blue Bombers or something. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What is the stripe on the helmet? You said.
It's the stripe that's on the bill, the one that's coming off that's connected to, I guess, the bill's eye, maybe. So if you look at their full logo, you can see that there is a blue bill, and then there is I guess, an eye, and then a red stripe.
Wow.
And, yeah,
it's ugly.
Yeah, not a fan.
I'm not a fan of that at all. I don't. I mean, I don't know. If you showed me that picture and said, which NFL team is this, I would have had no idea.
Hey, sports trivia. Maybe
I'm just over all these jerseys. Like, why does every team need 4 alternate jerseys?
That's true.
It's cool to have 1 or 2, but like we all have teams, and my team went very wonky for a year or 2, but now we're back to Redskins looking jerseys, which is a good thing. But like Jared, the Raiders, classic uniforms, the Cowboys, classic uniforms. So for the most part, our teams, other than, again, when we went Commanders and had a black and a weird white and everything, y'all have had pretty much basic uniforms, right? Like, what's the craziest Raiders uniform in the modern era?
The color rush was just a white jersey and the numbers were silver.
Right.
Like, those were pretty well liked.
I like when Dallas, they usually just wear like the throwbacks, right, Bailey? Like Thanksgiving and stuff, they'll wear those. White helmets.
I really am not a fan of those, but they do wear them on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. But Jamie says it looks like a baseball jersey. Well, now that you mention it, I do like gray for road baseball uniforms, but not for a football uniform. Just not a very good look there. All right. Let's see. Oh man, Bailey, Tony Romo in the news, unfortunately.
Yeah. I hate to laugh, but have you seen some of the videos and some of the memes that have come out?
I don't know, Jim.
They're just killing him. I mean,
yeah.
So somebody told me this. I don't know if it's true, but did he really say, "I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet"?
I can't imagine he said that, but I did see what you're talking about. That's crazy to me. But,
yeah, but that could be a common line said for people who get hit with it, because it's probably not the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great mugshot, though. I mean,
and then
that's going on the LinkedIn if I'm Tony Romo.
The commander said, okay, well, all right, I see you, Dallas. I see what y'all are doing over there. We're going to have a tight end coach get a DWI and lose his job. That happened today in Washington.
I saw that. Yeah, that's something else.
And he got his all the way back on June the 7th.
Yeah.
And Jared, this really irks you for some reason.
Why did it take like 50 days almost? Like it took a while.
Maybe he could have kept it quiet. I don't know. Maybe he stinks at his job and they were looking for a reason to get rid of him.
That's a solid point.
Yeah. All right.
I got a trivia question for you.
All right. What you got?
Trivia.
I like it.
All right. A recent bowl game featured 2 Gene Hackman movie titles.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this before. So it would be Crimson Tide versus what's another? The Hoosiers.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
No,
that's a fun one. That's a good one. I might break that out.
I was thinking the Replacements. I was like, wait, this isn't a team.
I thought of the Replacements too. I thought of Hoosiers first, and I couldn't come up with the second one. And then finally, right before the buzzer sounded, I thought Crimson Tide. I love that movie. That was a good movie.
That's a good one. I like it. Bailey, we got Rachel from Greenville coming up on Wednesday to talk about the opening ceremony at the Pitt County, the Little League Softball World Series going on here in Pitt County at Stalling Stadium, Elm Street Park. So the opening ceremonies are Saturday, August 1st. You're going to be covering any of that this year?
Yeah, that's going to be, it's always a big event. And, obviously when Pitt County doesn't make it, it kind of brings it down a little bit for us. But still, it's such a great event for Greenville, for Eastern North Carolina, for, just the city. We're on display on ESPN, and just the way everybody comes together. The year we had the bad weather, East Carolina stepped in. They sent up the teams over to the softball complex over there to play there, and just the whole thing. And if you haven't been, if you're listening to it, you haven't been to the games or anything, you got to go over there because it's much more than just softball games. They've got all kinds of booths set up. They've got, Dick's Sporting Goods is a big sponsor. I think just so many, and they got food trucks up and down. It's like a big party. Rawlings had a big booth set up, and I was looking for a baseball glove, so I walked over, and they had some great-looking gloves. And I said, "How much is this one?" And he said, "That was $375."
No.
I was like, "Are you kidding me? $375 for a glove?" Yeah, I haven't shopped for a glove in a long time, so I didn't get that one.
Yeah, but man, you're right. Pitt County just one win away too from making it. We watched that last week, but we'll talk to Rachel Whitten coming up on Pirate Radio Live on Wednesday. Bailey Cubbies playing well. I mean, they're 13 games over 500. The problem is the Brewers have 66 wins, and that is, I believe, the most in baseball. No, one short of the Dodgers. So second place in the Central. Did you see? You might have been on vacation. Did you see when they Cubs did a home run and Anthony Rizzo caught it out in the bleachers?
Yeah.
How cool was that?
I'm one of those guys that goes on vacation with his iPad and tries to. If I'm laying by the pool, I'll turn the game on in a heartbeat.
There we go.
And I did see that was really cool.
That was good stuff. All right, BB, thanks for joining us, man. And next time we talk to you, we'll be in August, football month.
Man, we will be in August, and we survived the summer, and it's football season.
Looking forward to Touchdown Friday returning to our TVs. Thank you, Bailey.
Can't wait. All right, bud.
The Hall of Famer, Brian Bailey, joining us on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, what will you be doing at the 2026 Little League Softball World Series?
Well, I hope it's the same thing I did last year, which is driving the golf cart from the bottom of College Hill, where most people are usually park, and they hop on the golf cart, and we drive them right up to Elm Street and drop them off at the ballpark so they don't have to walk so far. And every now and then, when the teams come down from the dorms, they'll hop on the golf carts too, and we'll take them up there.
Which way you take? Like you get on 10th? Or you just go up College Hill that way?
Basically, yeah. Well, you go to that lower parking lot, and then there is a walking trail, and it splits off. One is for walking, the other one's for the golf cart traffic. So that's how we do it. And I've been doing it for... Last year was the first time I drove a golf cart, and it was fun. I had a blast.
All right. I like it. I love it, Michael. We'll take a break, come back. When we return, let's go Clip and Jared at the movies, and then we'll hit our American Conference preview for the 2026 season with all the interviews from Brian Bailey on our New Blue Pirate Report and more. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this timeout.
Cucinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cucinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at cucinellas.com. Go Pirates!
You want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium at Capital Subaru of Greenville. With $4,304 total due at signing, you can lease it now for $305 a month for 36 months. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, New Bern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
For pest control that packs a punch, bam! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most. Whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind, they don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
This is Bruce Bivens, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington has everything you need for game day or any other day for men and women. Whether it's dress casual or even a formal occasion, Russell's has you covered. Russell's has been serving Eastern North Carolina and beyond for over 40 years with quality clothing and personal service. Russell's Clothing on Main Street in downtown Washington, a proud part of Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We'll go Clip and Jared at the movies because I saw. Did this come out this year?
Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Master. It was on Amazon. 67% Rotten Tomatoes, 86% Fandango. I was very entertained. Now, I grew up watching the cartoon and I had the toys. I have not thought about He-Man in a while and didn't like when the characters would pop up, I'd be like, okay, I remember that. I kind of remember this guy. I had this toy, whatever. I saw the original Master of the Universe in the 80s. That scared me because I was really young and there was some creepy scenes in it.
I heard Courtney Cox was in that one.
In the
Nice.
OG. Yeah, back in the day. And there was a scene where somebody like transformed into her mother, but it really wasn't her mother. And it really freaked me out.
Wow.
Kind of like that Other Mommy movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Shirley, do you remember? I'm sure you remember He-Man. Like, did you watch any He-Man? Do you know the characters? Because
I mean, Skeletor, the Battle Cat. Come on.
Skeletor was awesome in this movie, and I think that was Jared Leto, whatever. Skeletor was awesome. I would recommend this if you have He-Man knowledge or like the cartoon or the toys at all. I would definitely recommend it. And it reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor Ragnarok. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know those characters, but I just watched it because I heard it was a pretty funny, entertaining movie. And it was a lot like that, where even if you don't know the history or whatever, I think you'll be entertained. There was a lot of adult humor, a lot of adult jokes in there.
Did they use any of the catchphrases?
Well, you've got, the first time he hit
I have the power
of Grayskull.
Yeah, by the power of Grayskull.
I popped. I mean, that was awesome. Dolph Lundgren's in it, who was the original He-Man.
The original He-Man, yeah.
They had a great scene.
My favorite line for Skeletor is, "Till we meet again."
Skeletor was great. They made fun of themselves, too. It was one of those
awesome
on-the-nose movies. So, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun.
I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah.
I was a little hesitant because, they regurgitate a lot of these movies that we've seen as kids, and then they try to reboot them, or I don't know what they try to do sometimes. And usually they don't come off, very well.
I think that they did this one great. It was enough of the actual source material, plus we're going to poke fun at ourselves. Great soundtrack with some,
of course,
some good tunes. I just realized Kristen Wiig was the voice of Roboto. I didn't know that until now. Wow. I love Alison Brie. She was Evelyn. So I would recommend this movie, especially if you have any old He-Man Masters of the Universe knowledge.
Yeah, I have the little toys. I got a set for Christmas one year, just a random set, and I still have mine. So I've got my, but the Battle Cat was my favorite.
Jamie said I had the castle, the Skeletor action figure, the chest that you could damage, the cat. Well, I would definitely recommend this movie for you.
Yeah.
What did you see, Jarrett?
Saturday. Just killing time in the afternoon, and Jumanji was on TV, so I sat through that, watched that.
So that's Robin Williams.
Yeah,
I watched that a long time ago. I remember
it holds up,
being somewhat entertained by that.
It's still very good. I watched the last 30 minutes. My mom was watching this on the E channel, Christmas in July. Jack Frost with Michael Keaton.
So I don't know if I've ever seen that, but one of my favorite "How Did This Get Made" episodes.
Yeah.
Comedians talk about a movie in a pretty funny way. Is Jack Frost?
I haven't seen it since I was 7, and I was like, I'll catch the last 30 minutes. I sat down, and at the end, when he's like, "Son, you got to let me go. I'll always be with you if I'm living in your heart." And then I hear, my mom is bawling. I'm like, all right.
I love in that movie they talk about how he's just almost a deadbeat dad traveling and playing music or whatever, and then he comes back as a snowman, and I guess there's no snow dad's better than no dad. I think it's the line.
He said that. But last night I watched First Blood. Just needed something, get the juices flowing, and that always hits.
Hunter said Keaton is such a tool in that movie. All right, so there's the clip, and Jarrett went to the movies. I don't think I saw anything else over the weekend movie wise.
I think I'm going to see the new Spooderman on Friday. Spider-Man.
Oh, there's a new one coming out?
Yeah.
I like those movies.
Supposed to be nuts.
Shirley, who's your favorite Spider-Man? You got Toby, you got Garfield, you've got
Tom Holland. Initially, before Tom Holland, it was definitely Andrew Garfield, but now I'm a Tom Holland fan. Wow. I love Tom Holland.
I think it's this is Jordan and LeBron for me. Toby was my Spider-Man.
I just thought he was just too passive. Okay. I really felt like he needed a little bit more edge, and at least with Andrew Garfield, he played that teen angst part really well. But with Tom Holland, it's just, I don't know. He is the action figure. He is the one that
looks like a teenager,
and he's 30.
Yeah. And and he's married to MJ in real life. So,
Michael.
Yeah, Zendaya.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of again. I guess I could say, who's your favorite MJ? I was thinking
Emma
of
Stone.
And who was the one before that?
She was
Kirsten
in Jumanji.
Dunst.
Yeah, Kristen Dunst.
Kristen Dunst. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Is it Kristen or Kirsten?
Kirsten.
Kirsten or Kristen?
Dunst.
Yeah.
All right. Spider-Man. Okay, Jared.
Yeah.
You watching the,
I'm looking forward to that. I'm a Marvel fan, so I'll definitely check
I'm
that one
excited
out.
about Clayface.
That looks decent.
I love the trailer.
Super Troopers 3 is what I'm looking forward to.
I didn't know there was a 2.
Yeah.
The 3 looks interesting.
Jack says, Clip, get fired up, Bo. All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break and we'll come back and talk football.
Excitement time.
It is indeed excitement time. We'll hear from Coach Blake Harrell, Charles Huff, Scott Abel, Alex Mortensen, Casey Keeler, Brian Hartline, Tim Albin, Jeff Monken, Zach Kitley, all throughout the remainder of our show here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. When we return, a little Blake Harrell, and we'll talk some Memphis and hear Bailey's chat with Charles Huff. Got that on the way. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
What's up, Pirate Nation? It is I, Linval Joseph, and I'm super excited that I will be coming back to Greenville, North Carolina. I want it to be one of the best events that Greenville has to offer. I'm excited to meet everybody. It's been way too long. Let's go, Pirates. Let's be great. See you soon.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th. Arr, party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
If you need an appliance fast, head to Appliances Superstore in Greenville. They have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, including trusted brands like Speed Queen, so you can skip the wait and take home what you need today. Visit their new convenient location at 301 Plaza Drive and discover incredible savings on top brands. Visit their website, appliancessuperstore.com, and click the in-stock menu to shop the exact appliances they have ready today. Appliances Superstore. If it's in your home tomorrow, it's because it's in our store today. Go Pirates!
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, Mike from SCI Technologies. Got summer travel plans, beach trips, long weekends, time away from home? Before you leave, make sure everything back at home is ready to go.
Imagine this. You're relaxing, miles away, and your phone buzzes. Not a surprise, not a panic, just a quick check-in. With SCI, you can arm your system, view your cameras, and get real-time alerts right from your phone.
So instead of worrying, just tap, check, and get back to your vacation. Because security isn't when everything goes right. It's for the moment something doesn't. SCI Technologies, protecting what matters, no matter where you are.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at children'shealthservices.org. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC, and truck month continues. We've got Sierra 1500, 0% for 5 years. You heard me right, 0%. Sierra 2500 HGs 4.9 plus $2,000 in purchase allowance. Canyon Elevation 3.9 for 5 years plus $3,000 purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Mack McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern, located at 1011 South Charles Boulevard, right across from the Sheets, is your go-to for all the game day action. Come hungry and leave happy with Philly cheesesteaks, hot dogs, juicy burgers, and wings that bring the heat. Ice-cold drinks, they've got those too. Open daily till midnight, and every Wednesday night you can join Clip Brock for sports trivia and test your game day knowledge. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Get a little New Blue Pirate report here from Blake Harrell. Matt, put a pin in that question because we'll talk and hear from Charles Huff in a moment. What's the over-under how long Charles Huff stays at Memphis? We'll talk about his resume and discuss that in just a moment. But first, we'll hear Brian Bailey's one-on-one with the head coach of the Pirates, Blake Harrell, as we've got a ton of interviews to get to from American Conference Media Days from last week. Thanks to Brian Bailey for the awesome interviews. They're all available on our social media pages. If you want to see the video version, we'll run the audio version and start with BB with our very own Blake Harrell.
Coach, first of all, just talk about this event a little bit. What's it mean to you and to the guys you brought?
You know, media days and for the American Conference, first of all, means we're one day closer to football season, so that's exciting. And just the fact that our conference takes place in this and putting together for our student athletes and our coaches to help promote our conference and help promote our sport. And then, bringing 2 young student athletes with us that get to experience this and experience what the excitement is about it and growing into the football season is pretty cool too.
Talk about why you brought the 2 guys you did with Brock and Josiah.
Yeah, Brock Spalding with us and Josiah Robinson. 2 guys have been Pirates for a long time. Brock started out as a Pirate. He'll be a 5th-year player for us, slot receiver from Virginia. Already has his degree and wanted to finish his career where he started. Like most folks in this conference, if you have success, you have an opportunity to play other places. And he wanted to remain a Pirate and finish his career as a Pirate, and that's special. And then Josiah Robinson, one of the unique stories in college football, had some injuries as a young player, is going to his 7th year of football. I think it may be the last time we go through a roster like this. Our average age will actually be 21 and a half next season. We have 2 guys that are 25 years old. Josiah is 24, but he's been here for 6 years and loves Pirate Nation, loves Greenville. He was just telling Coach Gruden about that earlier and why he loves being a Pirate.
When you talk about things with John Gruden, was that intimidating at all, and what was that like?
When you're sitting down with a Super Bowl coach and a guy that's had success like Coach Gruden and been on national TV at the highest level and all levels of football and probably forgotten more football than I'll ever know, it's a pretty cool experience. It's just to sit down and talk with him and feel his energy and feel his knowledge for the game and love for the game.
And Brock had a chance to get on the whiteboard, didn't he?
Brock had a chance to get on the whiteboard and drop his favorite pass route to the slot. Obviously, the ball went to him. He made sure the ball was a play where the ball went to him. But as we walked away, I'm thinking, all right, he just gave away one of our favorite plays for the year. Everybody's going to be on top of that. He looked at me and winked. He said, "Hey, Coach, that's a play from last year. I'm not giving my favorite play away from this year."
That's good stuff. How's it been with 2 new coordinators? How is that going?
Yeah, it's been really exciting. It's been really good energy in our office with our staff is really coming together, and those guys are putting everything they have to help our season be successful. Jordan Davis and Jordan Hankins is just, sometimes a change can be refreshing, and they've certainly been that. Not that we're, upset to see the other guys go, but those two have been, very making themselves a home to be Pirates and all those things. Yeah, I think every position's a battle. I think as you go into it, yeah, you may have a 1A, 1B, or two guys who are battling out for a position. And sometimes you got the right guys on the bus. Maybe you got the right guys on the goal line. You just got to figure out where they belong on the bus and what seat they belong in. So we got to get those things figured out and ironed out. And that's what makes preseason camp interesting, exciting, as you have those battles going on and trying to find out the right combinations and the right things that can help you be successful. And it helps push those young men to be better players as well.
You guys kick it off coming first week of August. What do you do between now and then?
Yeah, we got a few more workouts left. We got a few more days to finish up the summer workouts, and then they'll get a few days off to kind of recoup, reset, recover, and then hit that thing August 4th full speed. Ready to go.
Ready to go. And Tuscaloosa and Alabama will be on the clock all day.
It's a great opponent opening up with Alabama, and just the excitement for our fans, our fan base in Pirate Nation, our players. But our focus has to be on us and how we prepare and what we do for the next month or so before we turn our attention to Alabama.
All right, there is Blake Harrell, who's, look, we live it. We're here week to week, day to day, talking Pirate football, but take a step back, look at the resume. 14-5. How about 10-3 in conference play? I mean, that's stellar for Blake Harrell. 4-1, taking over in 2024, 6-2 last year.
Yeah.
And again, if not for that blowout at UTSA, an opportunity potentially to go to a championship game. Blake Harrell's path, a lot different than Charles Huff. So Blake Harrell, you got Western Carolina, McDowell High School, Fuquay-Varina High School, Franklin High School, Lenore-Rhine, the Citadel, Kennesaw State, ECU. That has been his path. High school, FCS. Charles Huff, some school, Maryland, Vanderbilt, Buffalo Bills, Penn State, Mississippi State, Alabama, Marshall, Southern Miss, Memphis. How old of a man do you think Charles Huff is?
62.
Is that a real guess?
I might have shot a little too high.
How old do you think I
am? 59.
Charles Huff's younger than me.
That's insane.
He's 43.
Nuh-uh.
He is. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He's a Black Don't Crack Hall of Famer.
That's why I said 62.
He's 43 years old. I thought this man was in his 50s, mainly because of the resume I went over earlier. But I had a question earlier.
When did he start coaching? When he was 12? You named like 18 schools.
Well, he started at Tennessee State in 2006, which would have been 20 years ago, which he would have been 23 years old.
Jeez.
Yeah. So now you can compare him to yourself. He was coaching football at 23. Yeah. But who was it? Matt said, what's the over-under on how long he's at Memphis? Well, so the Marshall thing, he was there from 21 to 24. That wasn't his decision to leave, I don't think.
No, they didn't extend him.
Yeah, which was odd because he was doing a good job. Southern Miss, yeah, let's get out of there, go to Memphis. That was definitely his call. If he has a good 2 years at Memphis, well, I mean, if Memphis is good, I will say over under 2.5 years. I could see him going elsewhere because, again, he's already been at Alabama, Mississippi State, Penn State, Vanderbilt, Maryland, Buffalo Bills. So he's had that taste, and I'm sure he wants to get back there. The thing at Memphis, and everybody can say it, and they say it at USF as well, like that, hey, we're running this like a Power 5, this is a Power 5 school. We're ready for the next move. So the thought is, hey, let's get Memphis in a playoff and get them in another conference and all that. And if that is to happen, maybe Charles Huff wants to stick around there. But, man, he's had a lot of success. He's a good coach. I like that Jamie won't let this go. Brian Kelly waiting in the wings at Memphis.
Waiting in the wind.
Brian Kelly. Matt says 8 wins. He's in the P4. You think so? 1 8-4 season gets him there?
Well, what did it take Ryan Silverfield 6 8-4 seasons?
Well, that many was it?
I don't know. He just always went 8-4. It felt like.
And you had the guy, was Fuente right before him? You had a string of 2 or 3 Memphis coaches leaving. Silverfield, wow, he was there, well, as a full-time, 6 years. Good call, J-Bone. 8, 6, 7, 10, 11, 8. Good call. We'll average that about 8.
Yeah.
You know you're Ryan Silverfield. Who
Well,
knew?
when you hate, you got to know.
Let's hear from Brian Bailey and Charles Huff, first-year head coach with the Memphis Tigers.
Charles Huff from Memphis joins us now, and the Pirates take on the Memphis Tigers October 22nd. It's the second of back-to-back road Thursday games for the Pirates. How do you feel, Coach, about Thursday night games?
I'm a component of tell us when to play, we'll show up. I think with as much exposure as our college game is starting to get, anytime you can get prime time exposure, I think it helps your program. We've got a lot of work to do between now and that Thursday, but I think it gives us an opportunity to show on national TV, on a national stage, two really good programs.
You know a little bit about East Carolina from your days at Marshall, and you've heard about the Pirates, but what are your thoughts on East Carolina football?
Yeah, I think Coach has done a phenomenal job. I think they're doing a great job of continuing to get better each year. I know Coach has worked diligently to improve his roster from year to year, and you can see that in the success. The stadium is a great place to play. I've been lucky enough to play there once. Great place to play. Really excited about them being in our conference because it raises the competition level. So I'm excited about the opportunity to get to face them this year. It's going to be a great game.
Do you think you're going to bring a more physical style to the Memphis Tigers, your coaching style?
I don't know about more physical because I don't know what they were before I got here. I only know one way, and that's tough and disciplined.
Right.
Obviously, it's a physical game. I think if you look back from the teams that I've coached before, toughness and discipline has been something that we've kind of been our staples. We try to recruit to that, character, not just on the field but in life. So hopefully, our Tigers this year will kind of example those two things.
How do you compare Memphis, the job with Memphis, to Southern Miss or Marshall? How do you compare those jobs?
I think it's a different level. I think obviously it's a different level because of the resources. Both of those other two schools are phenomenal schools that maximize their resources and do a great job. I think Memphis has a bigger profile because of the city of Memphis.
Right.
I think it has a bigger profile because of the resources that are attached to it. I'm not sure you can compare them because it's different environments. But I think both of those other two schools maximize their environment. And I think Memphis has the same thing.
Talk about the strength of your football team and maybe what you're looking for as a weakness that you have to strengthen before you start.
Yeah, I think, I think we've got a good size football team. In recruiting, we attacked some size deficiencies that we wanted to. We will see as we start camp next week what that's able to translate to, right? You could be, I think Muhammad Ali said, Big George Foreman, the Frankenstein around the ring, or you can use your size and strength to an advantage. So next week will be good for us to get started. I'm really interested to see our guys compete multiple days in a row through camp as we get close to that first game.
All right, Coach, good luck at Memphis this year.
Thank you, guys. Go Tigers, go.
All right, we are, is this fair to say, Jarrett, Memphis fans the first part of the season? They open up at UNLV.
Tough.
I don't know if UNLV, well, I'm going to say they do not have the strength of schedule. They got to run the table to get into the playoff. They don't play, but they're going to be favorites in just about every game. So we need them to go and take an L to Memphis. And then week 3, we're definitely fans. We need them to knock off Boise. If Memphis knocks off those teams, kind of gets them out of the way, then we ourselves can beat Memphis and overtake all those teams as the best in the group of 6.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pretty much we need our strongest opponent, South Florida, Army, Memphis, to succeed early on. That is a great point.
And knock out. Thank you. And
I wasn't really listening. I'm trying to get something out.
Talking, you passing gas? What are you trying to get out over there?
A little bit of both, little work, little gas.
All right. But to knock off UNLV and Boise State, I think would be big for the Memphis Tigers. And again, we get our own shot at Memphis. Jack says Huff don't want none. He can't handle G Vegas. Well, the game is in Memphis this year.
Wait till next year.
Wait till next year. He also said, woo, preach a clip. Jack's fired up. He's trying to get me fired up. I am fired up. I'm excited. I'm ready for football. Matt said 8 wins. Huff's in the P4. The P4 is thirsty. They are thirsty for American coaches and players. That is faux show. And I could see, will Brian Newberry move on? Like Jeff Traylor, I wonder why he hasn't been scooped up yet. Although, so he went 12 wins, 21, 11 wins, 22, 9 wins, 23. Since then, back-to-back 7 and 6 seasons. Feels like if they can get a double-digit win season, Jeff Traylor might be moving on.
Yeah, I mean, as long as every game's in San Antonio, they should be fine.
Well, guess what? They're not. Huff, maybe 8 wins. I mean, what's the number for Blake Harrell?
I think 10.
10 wins, and he's getting calls?
Yeah. I mean, 8 or 9 and he's getting calls. 10 and he's getting serious calls. Calls that will make him consider leaving.
Hold on. Shirley, where did Suge Knight go to school? Was that UNLV? Is that what he's talking about? Let's see. Suge Knight. Yeah. Jack said last time that UNLV was good, Suge Knight played there.
He played there?
I like the reference. Knight attended and played football at El Camino College. In 1985, he transferred to UNLV, played football for 2 years, did not graduate. He went undrafted, invited to Rams training camp, cut by the Rams. Did play as a replacement player during the 87 strike.
Scab.
The year the Washington Redskins won the Super Bowl. All right, there's Charles Huff. There is Blake Harrell. When we return, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. A lot more interviews to get to. I want to hear from Brian Hartline. We'll talk some USF when we return. Let's go Hartline and Mortensen, two of the bigger names. Hartline played in the NFL. Mortensen, son of the late, great Chris Mortensen. Got that. Hour 3, a lot more coming your way. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
The days are hot, but the deals are hotter at Russell's in downtown Washington. Rhonda has all summer merchandise 40 to 75% off. Refresh your wardrobe with great savings from casual comfort to the perfect outfit for weddings, vacation, and everything in between. Whether you're dressing to impress or looking to stay cool, Russell's has all the brands, styles, and customer service you deserve. But don't wait. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the pirates fly.
Think downtown Greenville is hard to get to? Think again. The roads are open and downtown is ready for you. Come see us at Fifth Street Hardware, where you can drive right in for great food, cold drinks, and entertainment all week long. Join us Tuesday for Singo Music Bingo, Wednesday trivia with $1.25 wings, every Thursday for live music or open mic, then kick off the weekend with live music Friday and Saturday, plus yappy hours and fun in the repair shop game room. The roads are open, the patio is waiting, and downtown Greenville is ready to welcome you at Fifth Street Hardware.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister
pastor at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Drive a little and save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They have a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Plus, they offer service to all makes and models in a state-of-the-art facility. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, let me give a shout out to Jack. He gave me an idea for a sports trivia category that I'm going to do one evening, maybe Wednesday at OT's. Musicians who were athletes.
Yeah.
And I found a few here. Shirley, you'll find this interesting as a music fan. I got to see the team that this guy was on. I'm thinking church league. But Mick Jagger was a basketball player. His father was the basketball coach.
That explains it. It's local top politics, bud.
Local politics, bud. His dad said he was excellent at basketball and cricket, but didn't want to be tied down to all the practice. So went the music route.
Talking about practice.
Rod Stewart, a talented soccer player, tried out for Brentford FC, did well, but was not signed to a contract. Eventually went to music. How about Billy Joel? As a teenage amateur boxer, won his first 22 bouts. Dude was 22-0.
Jeez.
Competed in the state's Golden Gloves tournament. Surely this makes sense if you see the stature of him. Meatloaf was a football player.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Toby Keith on that list.
Will you let me read the list? Alice Cooper, the first show he played, 3 of the 5 members were teammates of his on the high school track team.
Okay, he's got skinny legs. I can see him running.
Very skinny dude.
He's a golfer now, so.
Let's see. I'm not seeing Toby. Bob Seger ran cross country. Okay. Clarence Clemens.
Oh, yes.
This is
the saxophone guy.
The big man.
Yeah, he's a big dude, too.
Reportedly caught the attention of a scout with the Browns. He got in a car accident before his tryout. He played center and defensive end at Maryland Eastern Shore. How about that? Let's see. Anything else? George Thorogood, bad to the bone. He played second base for the Delaware Destroyers. Wasn't his band George Thorogood and the Destroyers, or did I make that up?
You might be right on that.
I also might have made it up. Cheryl Crow ran track. What did Toby Keith do?
Play a little football.
Yeah, I was going to say he played football.
There was a couple more I have. Let me get back to the list here. I think there was a couple other names. Garth Brooks.
I thought so.
Now, he played like minor league baseball as kind of a gag, but he earned a track and field scholarship to Oklahoma State through the javelin.
Kenny Chesney?
Yeah, he played a little football.
I want to say I know he played football, but I'm not sure where.
Willie Nelson, 3-sport athlete.
What?
Football, basketball, and baseball.
How about that?
In Texas.
Good old Willie.
Charlie Pride pitched in the Negro Leagues for 2 teams.
Man.
Okay.
He's playing pro baseball. So there you go. I'm going to come up with a category for that. That'll be fun.
Master P.
Master P was a Charlotte Hornet for a brief amount of time, I believe.
Big basketball person.
Jamie said Prince could ball.
And from what I understand in stories, an excellent table tennis player as well.
There we go. All right, back to our New Blue Pirate Report, and I guess a little bit of an Appliances Superstore opponent preview as we're going through the interviews Brian Bailey had from last week at American Conference Media Day. I am fascinated, and Coach Mack said this in hour number 1. What does Brian Hartline do at USF? I think this works out. I think he turns that thing or keeps that thing going into a winner. I don't know about year 1 with the depleted roster, but I think he brought in a lot of talent as well. But coming over from Ohio State, I think he's going to be able to recruit. I think players are going to want to play for him. Let's hear the chat with Brian Bailey and Brian Hartline from South Florida.
Talking now with Brian Hartline from South Florida. Welcome, first of all, to South Florida, and the excitement for the beginning for that coaching career.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about with the Bulls?
What am I thinking about? Oh, I'm thinking about a lot. I'm looking forward to camp. Take a self-assessment of where we started and where we came from and where we're at now. But really excited for the amount of work the guys have put in, staff and players. And I look forward to these guys putting it on the field here in about 12 days.
It's a long way off, November the 6th, a Friday night against East Carolina. But what do you think of a Friday night game?
I don't know. Haven't experienced it.
Yeah.
So to think I know, I wouldn't know. I like the idea of being in front of a lot of eyes. I like the idea of TV ratings being at a high level and a lot of people taking interest in the Bulls. But outside of that, don't have much thought.
In your back career, what do you know about East Carolina and Greenville and Dowdy Ficklin and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I know the amount of passion that's in that area and how much they love football. I know the environment can be pretty electric, and look forward to hopefully finding ourselves in that environment.
When you look at this American Conference, who are some of the teams to beat, and how tough is this league?
Well, it's consistently a tough league. And I think it's definitely a league that everyone takes notice. If you have an opportunity to play a Power 4 team or whatever, those teams aren't taking American lightly. And that speaks volumes to the conference. But I've always had a lot of respect for them, South Florida included. But, Tulane's always done a great job, obviously. And I see North Texas and UTSA and the Academies. I mean, there's so much good football and good coaches. you can never sleep week in and week out.
What are the strengths of your Bulls football team going into camp?
Our strengths, well, one, we don't know. I think that
Right.
as soon as you think you assume,
Right.
you quickly find out maybe that's not the case. But I would say this. I would say that we have a lot of guys that love ball. We have a lot of guys that love being coached. We've got a lot of guys that want to be the best version of themselves. They're trying to chase a lifelong goal of playing in the NFL, and they want to win championships as a team. So we have a lot of guys that are commonly mentally wired, and they've been thriving together.
Coach, good luck this year.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Brian Hartline. Note to self, when interviewing Brian Hartline, make sure you ask the question you want answered, because he answers it literally. But what are you thinking? Well, I'm thinking a lot. What do you know? I don't really know much. What do you think about a Friday night game? I don't know. Never played. So make sure you are asking the question you want an answer to. A little factoid for Shirley's Dolphins. Not a big list of 1,000-yard receivers since 2010 for Miami. You got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Brandon Marshall, Devontae Parker, Jarvis Landry, and Brian Hartline. And that's it. Brian Hartline did it twice for the Miami Dolphins, 1,000-yard receiving seasons. So, again, he was a really good player. Has some name recognition, I would think, with, I don't know about players, but with parents, I would say. Jack said this joker has no idea what he signed up for coming to Rowdy Dowdy. Robert says Hartline will be running a pro-style Ohio State offense. Don't know if that will be successful in the American. A lot of it depends on the players.
Interested to see the defense.
Yeah, they went and got Josh Aldridge. And I was reading an article. There's an article on ESPN about Hartline and USF, and it talked about how Aldridge comes over from the Americans' top defense in East Carolina and was very, very good at stopping option offenses, which is important in the American. Are you being that character guy? Yep. Do they play? Let's see how many running teams they play. Should we factor in Rice as an option team as well?
Yep.
I think we should at this point. Let's see. South Flirty. They got at Army week 2. And that's it. Okay. Well, I too am interested to see who they, how they do in year 1 on the defensive side of the ball. Jack points out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the greatest Miami Dolphin ever. I remember that Dolphins running back from UCLA. Thoughts on South Florida year 1 versus year 2 or 3, Jared? I think they take a big jump like in 27, 28.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have the same success they had last season.
9 wins last year.
Yeah, I think they'll take a little bit of a step back, have some growing pains maybe. But, I mean, they'll be competitive.
We talked about it with Jim Lighthall, just a completely different schedule. Last year they open up, blowout win versus Boise, win at the Swamp, and then they lose to Florida. So they're in the headlines, they're ranked, and they were actually ranked all the way up to like week 10 last year, got back in the rankings. So they got in early, got bumped out, and then were able to stay in with wins over North Texas, FAU. They went at Memphis, got up to as high as number 18. They were number 25 when they lost to Navy last year. But this year their non-conference schedule is FIU, Delaware State, Bowling Green, and Kent State. So should be able, you would think, to have success in the non-conference schedule. All right, there is Brian Hartline. Let's hear from Alex Mortensen. Mort, and I'm a huge Chris Mortensen fan. Growing up watching him on ESPN, and Alex Mortensen in his second year. Let me look at his resume, because he is a young fella. A lot of young fellas in this league as a head coach. Alex Mortensen is 40 years old. He's a man. He's 40. Started coaching in 2012. New Mexico Highlands, Division II. Was with the St. Louis Rams, Alabama GA, the Birmingham Iron. So he went the AAF route. Alabama, and then has been at UAB since 2023. Took over 2-4 as the coach. Didn't they win their first game? They beat a good team, Memphis. Yeah,
beat Memphis
in his first game after firing Trent Dilfer, which we were all right on that he would not work out at UAB.
You cannot lose games in the NFL and still win.
Treating it like a like a hobby, like he was What are your hobbies? Coaching college football and gardening. Did not work out. They might have a rough go at it. We'll see. But let's hear the chat with Brian Bailey and Alex Mortensen.
All right, talking now with Alex Mortensen. October 15th, first of 2 road games for East Carolina on Thursday nights. Thursday night games, what do you think of those?
Well, I think they're certainly a challenge, but they're a challenge for both teams, particularly when you play on a Saturday the week before. There's less time to prepare for the opponent. And then 2, there's a physical component to it too, because your guys have less physical recovery after their last game. So you definitely have to manage those a little bit different.
When you look at East Carolina, I know it's down the road a little bit, but what do you think of when you think of Pirate football?
Yeah, look, I think they've done a great job there. Coach Harrell's really, established a great culture there, and that's obviously been reflected in the record as well. We've got to spend a little bit of time with him at some of our conference events. Have a ton of respect for him, and I think he's got a defensive background. They played great defense, but they've also played really good offense too. And I know he's got different leadership on both sides of the ball, but he's made strong hires, and I would expect them to be a real challenge for anybody.
And you and Coach Harrell kind of parallel in some ways, because Coach Harrell took over, you took over, right, and both of you became head coaches. It worked out.
Yeah, no, he went through that interim process as well, and did a great job with it. And I can certainly appreciate the challenges of it now that I've done it too. And he seems it's neat to see him having the success he's had here in the short term.
When you look at this conference, who are some of the teams you think will be at the top at the end of the season?
Who do I think? I think the conference is very good, and I think one of the things is, the American League has been exceptional. And if you look at the non-conference record, some of the wins the last few years against some of the teams that they beat, or the American teams that beat, are really impressive. I think it's really a challenge top to bottom. That's what makes it exciting and fun too. When my first year at Alabama, my last year, in 2022, Cincinnati was still in the league. They were an American team,
right?
And they made a 4-team playoff back then. And so now, we've had an American team make a 12-team playoff. I think the league is no joke, very competitive, very tough. So, which again, like I said, that's part of what makes it fun.
I know you get asked about this a lot, but so many of us had so much respect for your dad. I mean, how do you look back at that? And I lost my dad a couple of years ago, but you never really lose them, do you?
Yeah, no, I think I had a great relationship with my dad, and a lot of people that are sports nuts got to see him in that light, in the professional light. But I got to have him as a father. He's a great dad. I hit the lotto on that. Like you just kind of asked me, like, hey, you never really lose him. That's true. I mean, I can hear his voice every day. I think about what he'd tell me all the time, and what kind of counsel he'd offer. So, I'm really appreciative for all the time I did have with him.
Coach, good luck this year.
Thank you very much.
All right, Alex Mortensen, that's really cool. It makes me miss Chris Mortensen, Sal Powell, John Clayton, R.I.P.
Jaws.
Ron Jaworski, just that era of ESPN for sure. A couple of factoids about Alex Mortensen. Ran a 4.82 at Arkansas Pro Day. Played in the Hall of Fame game in 2009.
With the Seahawks? Was he on Seattle?
No.
Who did he play for?
Titans.
Went
1 for 2, but that incomplete pass. Actually, ball never hit the ground because he threw a pick six.
All right.
And 2 days later,
got it in the box.
Was waived by the Titans. But Alex Mortensen getting ready for year 1 at UAB. What an odd, strange trip it's been for UAB football over the years. They were there, they were gone, they were back, and now trying to improve upon a 4-8 season. How long was Dilfer there? Was
3?
23 and 24, or was it 20? They won 4 games in 23, 3 games in 24, and they were 4-8 last year.
2.5.
They're non-conference. They open up with Caton Hauser and Illinois.
Yeah, that's a loss.
In Champaign.
For Illinois.
They got ULM at Louisiana and Samford. Samford, by the way, Alex Mortensen played quarterback at Samford.
Wow.
Along with Arkansas.
This is going to be a tough game for the Pirates. And I mean, Alex Mortensen said it. The Thursday night games are tough for everybody, but when you got to play the Saturday before, that's just tougher.
The Saturday before, they will be at Memphis.
Yeah, and we'll be here against Rice.
So UAB has lost 7 in a row to ECU, but have not met since 2013. That is a wild scheduling quirk.
Yeah.
Last meeting, UAB was crushed 63-14. Let's look up that box score. I like looking at old box scores. Sounds like a big Shane Carden day. ECU, UAB 2013. Pirates rolled. ECU overwhelms UAB. Shane Carden, 347 passing yards on the day.
Dang.
5 touchdowns, 2 picks. Ventavious Cooper, 126 rushing yards. Breon Allen, 92 rushing yards. Chris Hairston, 48 rushing yards. Pirates ran for 278 yards.
Dang.
Bryce Williams got in the box score.
Dang.
1 catch, 6 yards, touchdown.
Daggone.
Dang.
Dang.
Daggone. Reese Wiggins, the big play man that day. 3 touchdowns for Reese, 142 yards. Justin Hardy had his usual touchdown. Breon, Cam Worthy, Lance Ray, Zay Jones, Cedric Thompson were the receivers.
And Zay Jones had a visit today.
2?
Jacksonville.
Who says you can't go home?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Tudor had a pick for the Pirates. Pick 6. Darrell Johnson with a pick 6 as well. 63-14, that final score. J.J. Nelson had 4 catches for UAB. He played in the NFL, right? Is he with the Cardinals? J.J. Nelson.
Sounds right.
Yep, he was a Cardinal. We'll take a break. We got more interviews to get to, including J-Bone's guy, Tim Albin. From Jeff Monken, we'll hear from him. Army. Casey Keeler at Temple. Scott Abel at Rice, and also Zach Kitley with FAU. More to go as we talk about ECU's 2026 opponents today on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Crack of the bat. The crowd roars. Baseball is back in Kinston's historic Granger Stadium. Come cheer on your Down East Bird Dogs.
The Bird Dogs return to action Tuesday night in Kinston against the Tri-City Valley Cats. And it's another $2 Tuesday with $2 tickets and $2 concessions. We'll see you Tuesday night in Kinston.
You got the bases covered when it comes to having fun. Watch the Down East Bird Dogs play.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie! The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for the perfect place to swing, sip, and score in Greenville? Check out the Birdie Bar on Dickinson Avenue. Whether you're dialing in your golf game on their state-of-the-art simulators or just kicking back with friends and cocktails, Birdie Bar brings the perfect mix of competition and nightlife. No dress code, no pressure, just great vibes, cold drinks, and year-round golf fun. Book your bay today at thebirdiebarnc.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Brian Bailey did a bang-up job at American Conference Media Days. We're running those interviews with opposing coaches on the ECU football schedule today as part of our New Blue Pirate Report, getting to know them, getting to know their teams a little bit, although a lot of them still have questions heading into fall camp before they put their rosters on the field. Let's hear from Jarrett's guy, Tim Albin. Tim Albin, the Tim Albin file, 59-38 overall. And my God, maybe he should have not gone to Charlotte. His record would have looked a whole lot better without that 1-11.
That's what us Albinites were saying when he took the job.
Actually, you were saying that he was going to turn Charlotte into a mega power.
Yeah. Yep.
Did an awesome job at Ohio. He was the two-time Mack Coach of the Year. Has had success in NAIA as well. And, hey, if he can get him to a bowl game, they're going to win. He's 2-0 in bowls.
If he wins 5 games this season, they'll build a statue.
They might. They just might. Look, I don't care if he goes 1-11 every year. I'm still going to say can't do worse than Biff Poggi. All he could do was beat ECU, beat Mike Houston.
Yeah.
That's all he could do. Charlotte will try to match their win total week 1 when they play the Citadel. Then they go to Ole Miss. I'll go Ole Miss minus 52.5 on that one. At App State, that's a big ball game.
Yeah.
Played them last year, lost 34-11. They got Louisiana as well in the non-conference. They'll play East Carolina November 14th. Pirates beat them last year 48-22 and broke that curse, and hopefully can beat them again this year. I'm going to say they will. But we'll see if Tim Albin can win more than one game. He talked to Brian Bailey last week in Tampa.
Charlotte coach Tim Albin joins us now, and it's a long way off the East Carolina game, not until November the 14th. But when you think of Pirate football, what do you think?
Hey, I tell you what, Blake is probably one of my better friends in our conference. Does a wonderful job. I really enjoyed. We had dinner last night. I sat next to him in the spring meetings. Does a great job. He's a very bright defensive mind. Obviously, my first experience at the stadium this past fall, but they jumped out on us early. Our guys kind of made it a game for a minute, and then we kind of petered out down the stretch. But I'm a Blake fan. I really enjoyed visiting with John Gilbert, athletic director, at the spring meetings. Really good people.
What do you think of Charlotte football and turning this thing around? What's been your biggest challenge so far?
Yeah, I think obviously we're disappointed with the outcome of last year, but I'll tell you we're not discouraged, and that speaks. I'm going to jump right into our administration, Niner Nation, our fan base. I put together the Fuel the Future project, which is fundraising for Rev Share. Going into this, year 2 and the portal in January, we were equipped to upgrade our talent, just plain and simple. Just look at. I'm going to throw some numbers at you. I know that you can hide behind numbers, and numbers can kind of get boring. But I know. Hey, we are. Last year we had 14 guys on our roster that could run 20 miles an hour or faster. 14, and we are over 40 now. We're 10 pounds heavier, actually 12 pounds heavier in the offensive line, 10 pounds up on the D line. We're 100 pounds stronger in squat and power clean in the D line, and I think 80 in the O line. So I'm trying to, show you and give it and illustrate that we are bigger, faster, stronger. Go into spring ball. A year ago, we had mid 60s on the roster. That affects how you practice. This last spring, we had 99 people, and we signed 19 kids in December, high school kids. 19. 16 of the 19 enrolled in January and chose to forego their senior year and basketball, baseball, run track, and they joined us, and we're out there for spring ball. That's a building block. That's a foundation piece that we didn't have a year ago. So back to the 99 players that we had on our roster during spring, we practice differently, more reps. That makes you better because you're getting more reps. So that's a long answer, but that is exciting for our staff going into fall camp, and so I think that we're gonna close the gap. Now we got to coach them better, and we got to not turn the ball over. We got to do those things, but we're going to have some talent on the field that our fan base is going to be very proud of.
When you look at this conference, who are some of the teams you think are to beat in this conference?
Yeah, wow. I'm going to say this: the American, by a mile, is the best Group of 6 league in the world. And I'm going to repeat that: in the world, top to bottom. It is very challenging every week. I mean, you look at going into the last week of October, we have 5 teams vying for a playoff. 5. And one of those being East Carolina, and Blake, and Coach Harrell. Now they started knocking each other off when they start head to head, and it dwindled down to a couple. But are you kidding me? A group of 6, we got 5 teams trying to get in the playoff. And so I think just top to bottom. You look at the bowl record the last couple of years, off the charts. So specifically on teams, I mean you got it. I mean you start with defending champion Tulane, right? I mean they hired from within with Coach Hall. Does a fabulous job. I don't really know I can't tell you number of starters back. Because guess what? You heard our message from our commissioner this morning. 80% of our starters in our league are taken out of here. All right. Tulane won the league last year. I looked it up. They returned 5 starters, and one of them wasn't the quarterback. They get the transfer from BYU. They won the league. They returned 5 starters. All right. So it's hey, are you resourced? Because who are you replacing them with? If you're resourced properly, Tulane won the league. And it's a great league. They only return 5 starters. So, again, I apologize for the long answer, but it's hard to say just this school or this school.
All right, Coach. Good luck this season with Charlotte.
Thank you very much.
Brian Bailey was like, man, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna say it, Jarrett. I understand why you're an Albinite. I understand why there are Albinites. Because
you kidding me?
Huh?
That's what he said.
He got a little Porky Pig there, beep, 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 but he's the first guy to really talk about his team when he started talking about miles per hour and weights and things like that, and giving real answers and tangible things on what his team is doing to improve. So I could see him rallying troops. I see why he's got a winning record. So. No shade to you and the Albinites out there.
Much appreciated.
Their quarterback, by the way, for Charlotte, Cole Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
Good numbers at Western, especially 2023, 28 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 12 touchdowns to 7 picks in 2024. In 2025, he was with Pitt and played very sparingly. And now in his, I guess, last year, who knows, but it'll be his 5th year of football playing with Charlotte as their quarterback. All right, there is Tim Albin and Charlotte. Let's go Zach Kitley. Now, this FAU team, Phil Steele loves their offense. They're going to put up numbers. They might have the best passing offense in the league. The question is, can they stop anybody? Because last year they scored in games 56, 53, 40, 45, but they had games where they gave up 38, 55, 33, 48, 42, 35, 48. Yeah, giving up a lot of points. And for whatever reason, Blake Harrell and the Pirates have figured out their offense, because last year the Pirates beat them 42-3. And the year prior, 49-14. So ECU has had their way with this high-powered offense. Zach Kitley going into year 2. He's got his quarterback, Caden Veltkamp, back. Veltkamp back as well. Easy to say. Let's hear Bailey's chat with the second-year man from FAU.
Talking now with Zach Keeley, who's the head football coach at Florida Atlantic. Coach, it's a long way off, East Carolina, Florida Atlantic, the last game of the season. But when you think of Pirate football and you think of that, what do you think about?
Yeah, tough, physical football team. Man, I'm a big fan of Coach Harrell's. Think he does a tremendous job. Great football coach, great man. Ton of respect for him, what he's done, in his year and a half being the head coach there. And man, they got one of my best friends now as their offensive coordinator in Jordan Davis.
All right.
I know they'll be rolling on offense again as well. I know it's losing JDB, another great friend of mine last year too, but Jordan Davis is one of a kind. He'll do a great job as well.
That's good to hear for sure. And we're looking forward to seeing that offense coming up this season. Talk about your ball club a little bit. What are your strengths with the Owls?
Yeah, I'm just excited. We got a lot of continuity back. Retention and continuity is 2 words we've used a lot here in 2026. So just excited about the leadership and the maturation that we've had since, going into a new year. We've got a lot of production back. According to ESPN, we've got the number 1 most productive group of 16 back in the country on both sides of the football. So excited about where we're at with veteran leadership heading back into this year.
How hard is it to get and have veteran leadership in this age of NIL and transfer portal?
it's tough. I mean, it's a new world of college athletics for sure. But I'm still a relationship-based guy, and I want to develop it with relationships, and that's where we've been able to retain some of our key guys based off just relationships, and then falling in love with FAU, with how we operate in our building, and I'm glad to have those guys back.
It can't be too hard to recruit to Boca Raton, can it?
Yeah, Boca Raton's a special place. Clearly beautiful, we call it paradise, but the people there are what make it great.
When you look at the American, who are some of the teams to beat, and how tough is this league?
Yeah, I mean, you say who's the team to beat? All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a gauntlet. The American Conference is huge, but I mean, you got 3 triple option teams in our league with Army, Navy, and Rice. We've talked about East Carolina and how great they've been over the last few years. South Florida's rolling right now. There's so many great teams in our league that there's really nobody to look past. It's going to be a tough game every week.
What has to go well for Florida Atlantic to have a great season?
Yeah, it starts with us with turnover margin. We were dead last in the country last year in turnover margin.
Wow.
So we've got to protect the football, and we've got to take the football away. And I think if we can do those things, we can stay healthy at key areas. I think we're going to have a great year.
All right, Coach. Good luck this year.
Thank you. Go out.
All right, Zach Kidley, 34 years old. Man, he was kind of Lincoln Riley 2.0. So, Ruff and Lincoln come here in 2010. He got to Texas Tech in 2013. Actually, committed to play college basketball at Abilene Christian. Ended up transferring to Texas Tech. Got a position on the football team as an assistant. Worked with Patrick Mahomes. At Houston Baptist, he hooked up with Bailey Zappi. They put up all those numbers. Zappi and Kidley go to Western Kentucky and put up the most points and passing yards and set records in FBS. He then goes to Texas Tech for a couple years and then is now the head man at FAU. So he has worked with some very, very impressive quarterbacks. Now he is the head man there and trying to find his next Mahomes or Zappi. 4-8 in year one. And again, one of these, not nerds in the sense of like Revenge of the Nerds, but one of these young offensive nerds. He mentioned he's buddies with JDB, mentioned he's buddies with Jordan Davis, like these guys that just go in the lab and cook up offensive plays and major passing yards. So I think if nothing else, they'll be fun to watch. Jeff Nadeau likes to talk about how the American is a great league for overs, and FAU are going to have totals in the 60s, quite a bit, I would think, in 2026. Let's take a break. Still got some coaches to hit. Jeff Monken, Scott Abel, Casey Keeler. If we don't have time, we can do it on Tuesday. Coming up on Tuesday, we'll talk to the Mully Man, Mike Mullis, Bryce Williams, and David Glenn are going to join us as well to talk about the drama in Chapel Hill and more. More football talk on this Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live when we return after this.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
If you're
you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Truck buyers, Jeep lovers, and deal hunters, get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville right now for some of the biggest savings of the year. Drive home a new 2026 Ram 1500 and save up to 25% off on 2026 Ram 1500s. That's up to $23,000 in savings. Get the best riding truck and the best warranty in the business at 10 years and 100,000 miles. It's the Make This the Summer event. Looking for SUV luxury and capability? Get into a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee and save up to $7,000 or lease one for as low as $459 a month. Ready for adventure? The iconic 2026 Jeep Wrangler is available with savings up to $8,000 or lease one for as low as only $409 a month. Hurry to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Greenville Boulevard or shop online today.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Lease offers based on 39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $3,999 due at signing. Tax tags and $899 admin fee not included. See dealer for details.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
This is Wyatt Lunsford Shankman. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you're cruising around town or headed out for a weekend adventure, make sure you're riding in something you can count on from Capital Subaru of Greenville. From brand new Subarus with legendary all-wheel drive to quality pre-owned vehicles, Capital Subaru has your back. Stop by today or visit capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville. Love what you drive. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
I wanted to look up, because I want to ask you, J-Bone, if Blake Harrell or Tim Albin was not your head coach of your favorite football team, what coach would you want in the American? And I wanted to look up and see if anybody had ranked the American coaches, and I found Athlon Sports. They ranked the American coaches, and I wish I wouldn't have looked because now I'm pissed off. I got Blake Harrell number 8.
8?
Damn.
Out
dude.
of who?
Huh?
Out of how many?
14.
That's nuts.
Thank you, Mac.
I turned it down.
I reject that list.
So my first two answers are not going to be my answers. Newberry and Munkin, because I don't want an option attack, but I like those coaches the best.
I was going to say Huff.
Jeff Traylor would be my answer, but he's kind of whiny. He's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, you lose one game at home and you throw a fit.
He's a little too whiny for me. I'm now basically down to Huff. They got Casey Keeler, number 4. At Temple. Wow.
I don't hate him, but I mean...
By the way, they got Tim Albin, number 7, ahead of Blake Harrell, which, you know, I guess if you go body of work, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
You know who else is ahead of Blake Harrell? Neil Brown.
All right. Who wrote this crap?
Athlon Sports. I don't know.
Not a serious organization.
Steven Lasson. You want to see if we can get him on the show?
Yeah, let's.
Senior editor at Athlon. Charles Huff, number 5. I think that would have to be my final answer. Again, I like the military academy coaches, but I don't think I want to run that here at ECU.
In all these interviews, Brian Bailey asked who's the team to beat. Not a single mention of North Texas. I feel like there's a mention of most teams. And North Texas was in the championship game. I get they lose a lot, but that should give you a feeling of how these people think of Neil Brown.
I would say Zach Kidley just because it would be fun to score 42 and give up 65. But I like how, Blake Harrell has mixed a good offense with a solid defense, especially, you look around this league. Not a lot of teams are able to do that, so that's very impressive.
Did it give a reason as to why he is 8th?
Here we go. Number 8, Blake Harrell. Pirates thrived in Harrell's first full season, 9-4, 6-2. He's kept the win over Pitt since taking over the program. It's just saying good stuff about him. The Pirates have a major roster rebuild ahead in 26. However, Harrell's short track record suggests his team will once again factor into the mix for the conference title. Albin struggled his first season at Charlotte. Okay, here you go. After a 3-9 debut in Ohio, Bobcats won 10 games. Is another year 2 jump coming for Albin and Charlotte? No, it's not. Neil Brown, I'm not reading all that crap. So there we go. Blake Harrell. Again, we do have to look at it too, that he's going into his
second full year.
Still. So maybe we're ahead of our skis.
I've seen enough of Neil Brown, and I've seen enough of Charlotte football. Love Tim Albin, but it's not going to happen.
Let's see. What's the shortest one left? And we'll save a couple for tomorrow. Scott Abel. This was cool because he had some ties to Eastern North Carolina. Let's run Scott Abel from Rice.
East Carolina's opening game in the American against the Rice Owls. Scott Abel joins us right now. And when you think about your Rice Ball Club, what comes to mind? What's your strength with the Owls?
Well, I think we return a great core of guys up front on both sides, right? We return some nucleus of guys that really were instrumental in us being one of the best rushing attacks in the country in our backfield and up front. So it's good to have those guys returning, and I think the guys that we brought in, from the portal and the high school recruiting fit that DNA. And so, we're excited about the change that we were able to make in year 2 and looking forward to the season ahead.
And yours is an option attack, but it's not the Army-Navy option, is it?
It's not. We work exclusively out of the gun. And everybody has their own little twist on it, right? We think it's an exciting brand of football, right? I think we gives our guys at Rice really an opportunity to be explosive and to do something a little different outside the box.
What are your thoughts on playing at East Carolina and in Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium?
Well, what an incredible stadium, great home atmosphere. It is known, spending all the years I spent in the Mid-Atlantic, right, in the Carolinas, that East Carolina puts on a great home game environment for their program. And so we understand the challenge that's ahead, right? That is their first home game for our league. We're going to have to be at our best that Saturday, right? They'll have a great crowd, a lot of momentum. Coach has done an incredible job with the program. So, it'll certainly be a challenge for us as we travel from Texas.
You were telling me that your dad had a stay at East Carolina football.
A short stint. He had spent a couple years at junior college before that, and then joined East Carolina and their baseball program and spent a little time on their football roster.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a Pirate, basically.
Well, kind of.
Yeah,
kind of. Years ago, and my dad's been past years, but he would talk about it some. As we grew up, as he raised athletes. So I'm excited to be there. I have so many roots that are in that region. My in-laws are down in New Bern. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have some family that come up from Charlotte, New Bern, or down from Virginia, and so I'm excited for the opportunity. but understand the huge challenge that it'll be for our program.
We'll certainly welcome all those folks to Greenville for that Saturday for sure. What are your thoughts on the American teams to beat in this conference?
Oh, man. Well, year in, year out, there's so many talented programs, coaches, and players. And, I think as you come into the season, I think, Navy's got a good core nucleus coming back, but they return. I mean, they have to replace some talented players, but they have some talented players to replace them with, and I certainly see them as a program that people are going to be chasing, right? And then after that, I think it's a wide open race because of the changes that happen with staffs and rosters. So it's hard to tell. I know everyone replaced with talented guys and talented staffs, but who can gain that early season momentum? Who can establish kind of the new culture? I think are going to impact the races that will happen in November.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to those Rice Owls this year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Scott Abel, Shirley, have we had any Pirates on the Eugene Emeralds? That sounds familiar to me for some reason.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
The Eugene Emeralds?
Eugene Emeralds, yes.
A high affiliate of the Giants, maybe Wisenhunt. Was he there?
Yes, it would be if it was the Giants, yes.
Scott Abel played for the Emeralds in 1992, was a catcher and third baseman.
Hey, how about that?
There's your factoid of the day. He's got an interesting resume, much like Blake Harrell, although he's older. Albemarle High School, Western Albemarle High School, Ala Vista High School, Liberty High School, Amherst High School, all those in Virginia. Washington Lee offensive coordinator, Washington Lee head coach, and then went to Davidson and took them to the playoffs 3 times. Wow. Division I first round, and then took over at Rice. So he's kind of been here on the East Coast and then got that head coaching job with the Rice Owls, and interesting to see what he can do in year 2 there in Houston. We will take our final break, come back, get ready to wrap things up. Man, it's been a fun hour talking football, getting to know these coaches, getting some factoids out there. Back with you to wrap it up. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
Ball's out, picked up by the Vikings. Joseph, can he win this long foot race? Linval Joseph, no flags, touchdown Minnesota.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th.
And Jacobs is knocked back, and he didn't make it, and it was Linval Joseph.
Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Play ball!
Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Playing
it again, sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. For every match, every goal, every superior play on the world's biggest stage. Because from the pitch to the pour, superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Decent day on the stock market. NASDAQ was down 43 points for a total of 24,932. The S&P was up 1 for a total of 7,413. And the Dow was up 262 points for a total of 52,210. That's a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, back to the show.
All right. Thank you, Brian Bailey, for giving us some awesome show material for today. Really enjoyed the interviews and also looking into the coaches and reading a little bit more about the rosters. Still so much to learn about these teams, but maybe we know a little bit more today than we did yesterday regarding the American. We'll talk more football with you tomorrow. We'll talk a little baseball and golf with the Mully Man. We will talk football with Bryce. We will talk a little bit of everything with David Glenn, who will join us on the program as well on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. For Jared Watkins and Shirley Rhodes, I am Clip Rock. We'll see you Tuesday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of The Voice